All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome if you are new. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and waiting patiently for the intro to finish up. I hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. Typo in the title. I'm not surprised. I had to rush to. Where's the typo? Let me see. Is diving players. Nice. Diving. Maybe that's what I meant to say. You know, maybe it wasn't a typo. But thank you for pointing that out. I definitely would have missed it. Yes, I hope everybody is doing well. You're not doing good. You're not doing good. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Carl, I'm in your room. Yeah, I got a new setup going on here. It's not fully finished yet, but it's just about there. Just about there. God, it's been so much going on, man. But yeah, we're gonna talk some gaming today. I'm gonna try my best to keep it a normal stream. I tried to make sure to stick to the 12. No Helix room. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Carl. No Helix room. Need red lights. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. But yeah, appreciate you guys joining me today. We're gonna be talking about a rumor apparently that dude, it's so funny to me. It's just made up. I see that Luna is exploring my YouTube plaque. We have like just a flat out like made up rumor, man. Oh, you like it? You think it looks cool? Thanks. Yeah, my father-in-law did most of the. I mean, he like put up a ceiling. He put up the walls. Big shout out to Mrs. MBG. She did the painting. She's a good painter, so she did that. Yeah. I was unsure about the color that I chose for the walls, but I don't know. I went with something different. I wanted something like warm, you know, like you said, kind of like homey or whatever. But Tarnished, what's up? You just did a 6-hour session on Crimson Desert. Yeah, Crimson Desert is really dividing people. It's really dividing players, and yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Ghetto God, what's up? Chris White, what's up, man? Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Whiskey Gaming, what's up, man? Whiskey Gaming is like, what? He's like, what? What's going on? Can I change the lighting? So yeah, I can change the lighting. Let me see. Let me see what different. You do. Oh, hold on. I gotta connect it. Henry, what's going on, man? MBG, plenty of floor space in the back left. Room for that life-size Cerny stand. I'm so used to the camera being over here. I love how Luna's like, she's like, yeah, I'm perched up here, bro. I'm perched up here. No, I'm actually, believe it or not, this is my basement. I know. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to be showing you a couple of before pictures because you truly cannot appreciate this room until you see what was before. Although I forgot to get it. I've been very busy. I'm sorry. Things are a little bit hectic and chaotic. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. I know. Muhammad, I know, bro. That's why we're going to talk about it because you know how much pushback I'm getting? You want it looking like a disco in the background? I might be able to do that. Yeah, Rich Rod, we got it's almost done. It's like 90% done. You may see, like, if you look here next to the cat tree, I've left the wall kind of blank because there's going to be ventilation cut out at some point, and I don't want to get in the way of that. Green lights. All right, let's see what we can do lighting wise. Hold on. We could do a couple things. We could do I don't know. Cyber? I don't. Yeah, there we go. Do fireworks. We could do aura. Hold on. I'm getting it set up. Michael, I'm going to read your super chat in 1 second. There you go. We'll just go crazy with the lighting. Michael Lynch, you're saying there are two types of gamers, those who are willing to overlook its faults and those who stand strong against mediocrity. Stand strong against that mediocrity, Michael. I mean, you're not wrong. There's definitely some issues with Crimson Desert from what I've looked into. Hellbound, what's up, man? Yep, that is the YouTube plaque. Thank you, Hellbound. Thank you. Yeah, those membership gifts you've been dropping, I've been making sure to put them to good use. Get that green light out of here. John McConsole. Did the Discord channel get taken down? No. I don't think so. You having issues with Discord? No, my server's still here. Although I haven't been that active in it, but it's still here. All right, let me... Guys, give me 1 moment so I can save a couple of these photos. So I'm going to show you some before photos. If I can find them. All right. Sorry. I wanted to make sure to do this because, I've been talking to you guys about this new setup for a long time. And I want to show you what this room looked like before, okay? The invite link on the channel is not valid anymore. I tried joining yesterday. Oh, okay. Here, hold on. Before I do that though, Whiskey, I'll send you one. I'm very bad at this though. Hold on. Invite to server. Yeah, I'll put this in the link for everybody, or in the chat for everybody. I'll put the link in the chat for everybody. If you want to join the Discord, feel free to do so. Hopefully that works. If I'm scrambled today, I'm sorry in advance. I've been all over the place, man. I barely was able to get the stream put together. Is this the final product? It's very, very close to it. Yeah. There are ceiling lights, by the way. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, it's where I'd say we're like 90 to 95%. And I might, rearrange some stuff here and there. But Rich Rod, a member for 32 months, he says, I'm here and in charge. Show some damn respect, or you will be dealt with. Only praise PlayStation. No overly speaking of Xbox. Follow the rules. Yeah, you talk about Xbox, you're banned. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Rich Rod. Calm down. Calm down. But, yeah, keep it civil. Is this my gaming room as well? Yes. So you see 2 chairs behind me. Those are going to get replaced at some point. And I have blankets on top of them because they're both like leather chairs and the cats have just utterly destroyed them. But those are going to get replaced at some point. I'm glad to see Luna settling in nice. Yeah, he might be. He might be tuned in. I know he was excited, to finish it up. He's still got some things to work on. But let me show you some before pictures, guys. Okay? Before we do that, though, we are going to talk gaming as well. Don't worry. If you guys want to support the channel, We're completely fan funded here. I can only do what I do because you guys make it possible. Um, consider becoming a channel member, gifting memberships. If we hit 25, I will feed the beast. I'm going to experiment, see how it is feeding them over here. If we hit that goal today, you can drop a super chat, direct donation. These are all ways in which you can support the channel and allow me to do what I do. Yeah, that's true too. The leather gets very cold in the basement. Do I think Luna and Boss and Clark will all use the cat tower together? It would be great, but that's why I had that other one over there, just in case, so they can pick and choose. Boss doesn't like anybody sharing a cat tower with him. You guys are wait until you guys see this. Listen. I'm going to show you the pictures, and I got a couple. I got something I got to show you after that. But let me see. All right, so the first pictures I'm going to show you. This is what this room looked like before any actual work was done to it. Okay, I still tried to make a little setup, but no actual work was done. So this is what it looked like. Okay, the room I'm in right now, this is what it looked like. So you could tell there's a lot going on there. This was when I was just kind of like cleaning everything up and trying to get some idea. I love how there's just a stack of toilet paper on the on the little medium-sized refrigerator there. That's awesome. But yeah, this was just kind of messing around and seeing how it would look. So this is before any work was done. But I took some in progress pictures as well. Show them here. So this is the room I'm in now. This was, I don't know. There's 2 cat towers and a vacuum. But I'll bring up another one here. Yeah, this is leftover toilet paper from when I stocked up back in 2020. You have the same fridge whiskey? Here's another one. This one was crazy. So you can see, look, you can see. That's the wall behind me now. Yeah, it was quite the process. Quite the process. So I wanted to be sure to just show you guys some of those before and after pictures so you can really have a an appreciation for the new setup and office here. But did you get the ceiling box in yet? Yeah, dude, it's a drywall ceiling. Check this out. I got 2 things I'm going to show you. Okay. The first one, not too shocking, but you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, how did the cats get in? Because the door's shut. The door's shut. Luna's here right now. How's she going to get out? Check this out. So that's a cat hole. I have legs. That's a cat hole over there. Like, check this out. Ready? I had to make sure to show you guys that. Now, it may be blocked like 99% of the time, but I had to show you that because I had to specially request that from my father-in-law when he was putting up the wall. I was like, can you cut out a cat hole? Because if not, my cats are just going to constantly scratch at the door, and I'm just going to have to get up and down. And I'm so glad. Even Boss does. When you look at that opening, you might think to yourself, Boss can't fit through it. He can, as you can see. So, thank you guys. Yeah, shout out to my father-in-law. He made it happen. So, yeah, not again, like I'm still going to just mess around with some stuff and you might see it change a little bit from time to time, but it looks smaller. It does look smaller because there's a wall here and this wall wasn't here before. You can't see this. I don't know if I can. Hold on, let me see if I can. You see that? There's a door frame here right next to me, and that's the other side of the basement where it's still kind of messy over there. But I'm gonna sort everything out and get. You saw my legs. I know I got legs. You know what would have been funny if I was just wearing underwear. Is there heating down here? So that's the next thing my father-in-law is going to be doing. He was telling me, he was over here earlier today. He's going to be cutting out my ventilation's on this side. He's going to connect it over, cut out spot for a vent. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about it. I've been really looking forward to it. And, you know, I'm very tired right now. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I feel very rejuvenated. Well, maybe not rejuvenated, motivated. I don't feel rejuvenated, but I feel motivated. I'm excited. How much will your father-in-law charge me to sheetrock / drywall my basement? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to ask him. Rich. I mean, he's got his work season coming up soon, so he's trying to get this done before, you know, it really starts to get warm out. And he does flip houses though from time to time. So I don't know, Rich. You do live right behind me. PlayStation Pete, you're saying Chuck Norris passed away playing RE9 Requiem. Yeah, I saw that. Did you guys see all the responses to Chuck Norris passing away? It's exactly what you would have expected. Insane. And PlayStation Pete, yeah, I'm happy to hear you playing Resident Evil, man. I hope you enjoy it. It's an awesome game. Yeah, and I haven't. That's the problem, man. I have not had time to game recently, but soon. All right. It's a slow burn, but it's getting really good. Are you talking about Crimson Desert? Oh, you didn't hear about Chuck Norris passing away? Yeah, he just passed away the other day. I think he was 86 years old. And Whiskey Gaming, a member for 61 months at the highest tier. He says, looks good. If I made you a custom wooden MBG sign, would you have room to mount it? I can get your logo laser engraved into it, or a PlayStation logo. That would be sick, Whiskey Gaming. Although I probably would have to. Well, I don't know. I could give Whiskey Gaming, just you. I'll just give you, Whiskey, my address. But I don't know. That is the next thing in line. I have to open a P.O. box. I've been telling you guys I was going to do that for a long time. But yeah, that would be. I mean, honestly, like, I'm looking right above, like, the Cat Tower. You know, if it was like an MBG sign or something. That'd be pretty sick, dude. Yeah, I could probably put that up there. So, Whiskey Gaming, make sure you stick around because, yeah, I really do need to open a P.O. box. A lot of you guys have been wanting to, do I have a wood preference? I don't know. I don't know that I have a wood preference. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess something just like, I don't even know. I don't know. What color's the wall painted? So this is like a, I think it's called like cinnamon spice or something. So it's pretty I mean, I don't know. People were telling me it's dark, but to me it looks kind of on the brighter side. It looks like a almost like a caramel type color. So I guess maybe something darker, you know, would probably stand out a little bit more against it. Walnut or teak? Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, teak looks good. I like that wood. Teak looks nice. Walnut's nice too, though. You know what? I think I like walnut. What walnut? Walnut. I think walnut's actually. Yeah, that's the one. I like that. What are we talking about? People tuning in and be like, I'm ready to hear the rumor, bro. So about that walnut. No neon sign. Neon signs are cool. It could be a bit intense.
Got Bowflex adjustable dumbbells from my brother, Animal Creatine Plus HMG, pre-workout and BT water bottle.
Yo, Rich is getting serious. Rich just dropped a direct donation saying he bought a fully stacked Smith machine treadmill, got Bowflex adjustable dumbbells from his brother. I just got those too, dude. I just got those exact same things. They were given to me by Mrs. MBG's aunt. Her uncle passed away like a while ago, and I guess these were just chilling in the basement, and they were like, "Here you go, you can have them." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" It was like $400 or something. So that's awesome. Yeah, the Animal Creatine Plus HMB. Well, good luck, Rich. You know, yeah, I've been very busy lately, but I want to get much more serious about, you know, trying to get into better shape. Yeah, so where are my games? This is why I'm saying, like, I'm still sorting things out and figuring out where things are going to go. I was thinking about maybe buying like a new shelf of some kind, or like a media cabinet. But then I'd have to figure out where it's going to go. But you'll see them eventually. I know it may not seem like it, dude. I did all of this last night. I mean, not literally like the walls and stuff, but literally yesterday we painted this room, let it dry, and then I put all this stuff in here. So I'm very tired. So is Mrs. MBG. It took a lot of work, but I really wanted to try to have it done going into this week. So I'll figure that out. You'll see it eventually. Who knows? Maybe one day there'll be like a drum set over here or some shit, you know? You're trying to get buff? Oh, thank you, Rich. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, it's spring now, right? So it's good time. But yeah, sorry for that extremely long-winded one. He said we can go with walnut. I would need measurements. Don't want to make it too big or anything. Yeah, Whiskey Gaming. I mean, I'll try to, yeah, hit me up on the Discord or something, man. We could talk about it for sure, because that'd be cool. Mrs. MBG's been talking to me about that for like a long time. She's like, you should get a sign, you know, it says MBG. And you can see I have the TV behind me. I was thinking about like putting my logo up there, like on the screen, but I'm like, that feels like a massive waste of energy, you know, like electricity. So that'd be cool, man. By the way, were you able to get into the Discord? I hope that link that I put out there works. In Game of Death, Bruce Lee fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, dude, I remember that. Yeah, dude, that's the first. When I heard of Chuck Norris's passing, honestly, like that, other than the jokes that everybody makes about Chuck Norris, the first thing I thought of was his fight with Bruce Lee. That's how I knew Chuck Norris. Was that was it Way of the Dragon? I think that's the Bruce Lee film. Okay, thank you, Whiskey. Yeah, so thank you guys for all the kind words on the new setup here. Oh shit. Damn, Whiskey. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. I'm looking at myself on the screen. Very nice. Very nice, man. Good stuff. All right. I probably should start talking about video games though, because I feel like that's that's what I got to do, right? That's what I got to do. So before I do that, I do just want to say, if I have seemed like I'm not fully here, I'm not fully present, or if I seem like that even today, and I'm a little bit scrambled, I do apologize. Bear with me. And of course, you got the whiskey in the cup. I'm just like I said, this March has been a very, very, very hectic month, and there's just a lot going on. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I know my schedule's been all over the place. We're like 90% done, so the schedule might still be a little bit wonky for the remainder of the month. But I'm hoping that going into April and beyond, like we're gonna really get we're gonna hunker down, and we're really gonna get into the mindset. We're going to focus. That's what I need to do, focus. But how many houses do I own? Many. Michael, no, I wish. I wish. All right. Why brown for the walls? I'll tell you why really quick. Because I know it's an interesting color. It's because the paneling that was on the wall prior, I actually like the color of the paneling, but it was like, a type of wood. I don't know which type of wood it was. Whiskey Gaming would clearly know, but I like the color of it. It was like a lighter brown. And I was like, I want to try to find a paint color that can replicate it. And this was the closest I could find. So, apologies if you don't like it. I know it's a little strange. It's a little different, but that was my mentality going into it. Yeah, he knows all about the wood, bro. All right. And the great thing is too, whenever I have to do reps again, I'm going to have so much space to do it. So much space. All right, so I guess we should start here, guys. We should probably begin this gaming conversation, with this made up rumor. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but, even though I haven't been streaming lately, and, haven't been active on YouTube the past couple of days, I still have been active on Twitter, or at least I try to be a little bit. And man, I came across a rumor, if you even want to call it that, we're witnessing a strange situation where a couple of
Idea.
weeks ago,
Similar to a gifted train, you find
hold
the
on.
price of a sign and you have a 10-minute dono train to get the sign. If it has a purpose, people will buy.
Wait, hold on, Rich. You're saying idea similar to a gifted train. You find the price of a sign, and you have a 10-minute dono train to get the sign. If it has a purpose, people will buy. Rich, I'm going to be honest, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You find the price of a sign, and you have a 10-minute dono train to. Oh, you're okay. So you mean like for me to just buy a sign, like some kind of sign to put, in the room. Oh, okay. It's interesting. I don't know though. I don't know. Cause that's going to make me feel pressured. Like I got to just listen, maybe get a life-size Mark Cerny cut out if we hit a goal at some point. Okay. Maybe. I'm out if it's another stream about Twitter drama. No, I'm not going to be doing that again. Like I'm going to stray completely away from that. I'm not planning on bringing up randos and what they're saying, but I did want to cover this because it is something that went viral, which did surprise me, right? And what I'm referring to here is, if you've been on Twitter the past couple of days and you follow anything gaming related or anything PlayStation related, you may have noticed that there are many posts from accounts that I don't fully recognize. Some of them I think I do, but most of them I don't, where they're reporting that there is a PlayStation PC launcher in development and that Sony's going to be announcing it soon, and that like Wolverine is going to be the first game. And so like Sony isn't leaving PC, but rather they're making their own launcher so that they can just get not only all of the revenue, but so they can, you know, it's still technically under the PlayStation banner, right? And again, like what surprised me about it was every time I went on Twitter, I kept seeing this trending and I kept seeing more and more people who are getting like hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of views on their posts. And I'm like, wait, did I miss something? And honestly, I thought I did miss something because I've been very busy. And I'm like, where's this coming from? Like, why is this trending like this? Surely somebody very reliable said something or something leaked out. And I went and I did some digging. And to my surprise, and I can tell you I was genuinely surprised because, again, of how viral it went, there was no source. And I mean that literally. Like, I was trying to find, like, is there an individual? Is there somebody, anybody that this can be traced back to? Like, somebody said something, like, even if it was on like a random podcast, there was nothing. And it is bizarre because there was only one thing I came across, actually. I should bring this up. The only thing that I thought, okay, maybe that's what led people down this road was we just covered recently how it was reported by Insider Gaming that Sony is planning to retire PlayStation Network and PSN. And they didn't say what they're going to rename it to, but a lot of people were, you know, surprised by that. Thank you guys. Digital Dude, Devastation. Anybody who's coming in and saying they like the new setup, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I was thinking about that, and I'm like, perhaps some people interpreted that leak from Insider Gaming as some kind of so people just run with stuff, like they just pull it out of the thin air as some kind of confirmation that, wait, Sony isn't done with PC. They're done with PlayStation Network and that terminology. So clearly that means, clearly that means they're going back to PC. Do I play? Oh, are you asking if that's like, yeah, that's my gaming area. That's going to be my gaming area. I mean, it pretty much is. Right now, I have 2 chairs there, but yeah, I got my PS5 Pro back there. So that's where I plan to do gaming. Yeah. Well, I'll be sure to let my father-in-law know you guys really, and Mrs. MBG for that matter, since she did the painting. I'll be sure to let them know that you guys are really, really enjoying it. But yeah, I was like shocked to see this, dude. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? Like, there's no source for this whatsoever, and it went totally viral. And I guess what I want to do is just make it clear to everybody, because I've seen so many people, I'm not going to bring them up, obviously, but so many people kind of falling for it, where like they actually think this is a thing that's coming from Sony. And I'm like, guys, trust me, like it is literally my job to follow this stuff. Believe me when I tell you, this is coming from nowhere. And I want to cover all that and make it known, like, why people think there's a PC launcher, whether or not there actually could be a PC launcher. You think it was just massive copium from PCMR guys? Whiskey is saying in the chat, he'll drop some gifts if we hit 125 likes. Yo, Whiskey Gaming's pulling a Michael Wernick. Michael, you gonna let him one up you like that? All right, well, you heard him. We're at 8. By the way, thank you guys. We're at 87 likes already. I didn't even ask you guys to like the stream as well. But yeah, if you want to help the stream, take a moment, hit that like button. If that's the only thing you can do to really help beyond just watching, please do so. It definitely helps with YouTube's algorithm. But we hit 125. Whiskey says he'll try to hook you guys up with some member gifts. And I'm going to throw this out here. I don't know if it'll be a mistake to do so. Please don't be angry with me if things change again. But I should have said this in the. It's probably better I say it now. We got more viewers. I've been thinking about what to do about members content, and I think it's going to come back. Maybe with like, Morning with the Misses again or something like that. Now that I have this area set up and everything, I've been thinking about what I want to do with that, and so that's been on the back burner. But I think in the future, in the not too distant future, we may be bringing back some members content. All right. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of research into whether or not members content actually is bad for your channel and hurts your growth. And there's a lot of mixed results, a lot of mixed opinions on that. But I do feel bad because a lot of people are members, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I kind of got used to doing members content. It feels kind of weird not to do it. But Whiskey saying 25 more. 25 more, guys. Hit that like button. We got over 275 people here. Roundhouse that like button. Axe kick that like button. Drop kick it. Uppercut it. Smash it. Break it. Or you could just gently press it. Whatever you want to do. But make sure you hit that like button. We hit 125. Whiskey's going to drop some gifts for you guys. That PSSR 2 update is amazing. This last week, my PS5 Pro has gotten so much action. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because, we did get the big PSSR update, and I barely turned on my PlayStation. I barely had time to game. I've still been meaning to go on Ghost of Yotei to try Legends. I want to see what that looks like, and maybe test out a couple of other games. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that soon, though. Yeah, suplex like button. How could I forget that one? How could I forget that? You even seen one of the clowns on your post like, well, that makes more sense than Sony pulling away from them. PC users think they have more impact than they really do, especially for Sony games. Titus are saying, dog brain take, PC people only want Steam. That I agree with that. I agree with the notion that Sony launching Digital dude, don't joke about that, bro. I do agree with Sony, or the idea that Sony launching a PC launcher is kind of foolish, just simply because we've seen almost every publisher try to go down this road, and it always ends the same way. And it's like, they're not biting. They're not biting, man. Like they want to game on Steam. They're not going to leave Steam. And that is a big reason why I think, even if you want to entertain the idea that this rumor could be true, who knows? And yeah, maybe, even though there's no source, maybe Sony is actually planning on doing that. And if they are, it's like, well, good luck. Good luck. I think you're wasting your time. But I feel like they would have to know that. You know what I mean? It's like because think about it. What sense does it make if the reason why you pull back from PC with your single player games is because the sales weren't that great or not as good as you thought? What would the expectation be if let's make our own launcher and put it there? It's going to result in significantly worse sales. So, Dark Cloud says, I smacked that like button. Even Chuck Norris would be proud of me. Yeah, make sure you continue to hit that like button, guys. We're trying to get to 125 likes. Whiskey Gaming, he put it up there. He said if we hit 125, he will drop some gifts on you guys. Do you think PlayStation should make a PC launcher for the future looking at the gaming market? So I do want to make something clear. There is one thing that everybody should be aware of. And that is that at one point in time, Sony was officially developing a PC launcher. At one point in time. Now, this was a few years ago, though. And the only reason we discovered it was because of a job listing. And the job listing pretty much stated that they're making a PC launcher. And I remember we had so many conversations about that, and they were very similar to this, where I was telling you guys, like, I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, I can understand why Sony wants to do things their own way, but I was pointing out what we just said a moment ago, which is like, well, if you want to win PC players over, this is not the way to do it. They're not going to leave Steam to go to your launcher. You're just going to piss them off. And even though there is proof from like 2 to 2.5 years ago that they were at one point working on a PC launcher, we do also have to understand that all throughout this generation, we have seen Sony's plans change very dramatically at certain points in time. And so if I were to hedge a bet here, my bet would be that if Sony made the executive decision to pull back their single player games from PC, we're not doing it anymore. We're not putting them on Steam specifically, right? No more Steam. I don't think that is because they have their own launcher. I think it would simply just be because they want to be done with it. Because here's something else I want to point out to people. Sony's not done with multiplayer games. Sony still has multiple live service games in development, and it's pretty clear that they're not going to be done with live service. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like that, but they will always have a certain amount of studios working on live service games. That alone should tell you that they're not going to do their own launcher, because when you look at Helldivers 2 and the success of that game, it was mostly Steam. Like, don't get me wrong, Helldivers 2 did very well on PlayStation 5. It was a multi-million seller. If Helldivers 2 never released on PC, it would still be considered a big success for Sony by their console standards. But when you look at just how successful Helldivers 2 was, there is no denying, that more than half the player base and more than half the sales, maybe even like closer to 70% or something, came from Steam. And this is why these reports we're getting from Jason Schreier and Nate the Hate, they're not sitting here telling you, well, they might still be releasing single-player games. No. They're telling you they're not releasing single-player games, but they're going to still release multiplayer games on PC. That tells me there is no launcher. That tells me that Sony actually did the smarter thing, which is understand you are wasting your time with a launcher, cancel it, don't even bother. Anything you want to do on PC, just do it through Steam. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, just don't do it. Just keep it on your console. But trying to create that kind of middle ground, that in between that so many other publishers have before. What about Stellar Blade? Well, see, what's interesting about Stellar Blade is, well, actually, did Sony publish Stellar Blade on PC? Okay, so Sony did publish Stellar Blade on PC. We lost a like. Guys, we need 6 more likes. What are you doing? And Death Stranding 2, that's true. Well, Stellar Blade, yeah, I mean, that really kind of took off on PC as well. And, I mean, I think the way Sony views it is they look at Stellar Blade on PC and they're like, oh, wow, that did really well. But then they look at everything else and they're like, well, is it an anomaly? And I think it's like, yeah, like Stellar Blade is a little bit of an anomaly for you guys. Like in no universe, and this is no offense to Stellar Blade. I think Stellar Blade's a fantastic game, but like it shouldn't be that way. It should be games like Spider-Man 2 and games like God of War are doing much better than Stellar Blade on PC, and they're not. And I think that's Sony's logic, is they're like, wait, what? Oh, and we did it. We did it. Thank you guys. We're at 135 likes. So you actually crushed it. You did 10 more than you had to. Continue to hit that like button if you want to help out the stream. But Garrett, what's up, man? You like the room? Thank you. But yeah, I think from Sony's perspective, they're like, how is Stellar Blade beating Spider-Man 2? And the only answer to that is, well, mods. I don't know. What would the answer be? What would the answer be? And Whiskey Gaming does it. Whiskey Gaming said if we hit 125 likes, he would drop some member gifts for you guys. And so he is a man of his word. He drops 10 member gifts for you guys. We're going to add that to the counter here. If you guys want to contribute to that, we're going to try to hit 25 members today. We'll see how far we can go. And if we do hit 25, we'll feed the beasts, the cats. They're I thought Luna was in here. I guess she left, but Boss came down here for a moment. But Whiskey, thank you for that, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Always appreciate the support you guys show. And thank you for helping us get to 125 likes. We're almost at 150 now. So good stuff, man. Well, I mean, that's an interesting, you're saying Spider-Man is like DEI and Stellar Blade doesn't. I mean, did that play some kind of role throughout, the marketing cycles for games like Spider-Man 2 and Stellar Blade on PC? Perhaps, but I don't think it played that large of a role. Like, I don't think it would be able to create a disparity that large. So I do feel like overall, Sony is making, I think, a smarter decision here, where you don't have to go full send. You don't have to completely leave PC gaming and be like, we're doing literally nothing on PC, because that would look kind of crazy after the success of Helldivers 2. But I think they're doing it in the smartest way possible, where it's like, leverage your single player games, especially your bigger ones, right? Leverage those games to be the, must have, must play experiences on the PlayStation console to help sell your console. And then when it comes to the multiplayer live service games, just let them continue to release on not just PC, but hell, anywhere they can. Let them go anywhere they can go, because they're live service games, and the whole point of live service games is not to sell consoles. I mean, let's be honest, man. Who's like, I'm not going to say nobody's buying consoles for live service games, but because people are definitely buying consoles to play games like Fortnite and whatnot. But I feel like from the PlayStation perspective, I don't think so. I think even something like Helldivers 2 did prove that. I think maybe there were some people who went out and bought PlayStations to play Helldivers, but I mean, how many people are going out and buying? If Marathon was a PlayStation 5 exclusive, how many people are going to go buy PlayStation to play Marathon? I don't think that many. So yeah, I mean, even the people who are buying PlayStations to play Fortnite isn't an exclusive. So I think it makes sense. I think it does. I think that people are, look, I know I see a lot of people in my chat and in comment sections, and even sometimes on like Reddit and stuff, where they talk about how like PC players, seeing this rumor that's completely made up go viral, it shows that PC players are like kind of desperate to not see these games leave. And it's like, well, they clearly don't speak for the majority, because if they did, Sony wouldn't be leaving. The majority would have been buying them on PC, right? But I do think it does reveal a bit of a truth here, that people are a little bit surprised. They are a little bit surprised to see Sony actually back away and walk away from something that, I mean, even I thought, like, well, you kind of did rip the Band-Aid off mostly. Maybe it's hanging on a little bit. Surely you're not going to put it back on, right? And they're like, actually, no, we are. But there's one other thing I want to say about this topic. Before I do, though, we have Leo Jimmy with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Leo. He says, MBG money, PC gamers don't want Sony games. They proved it for 5 years. They want Sony games on PC. If they buy the games like we do, they might have got games day one. Spoiled brats. spoiled brat. Man, I'll tell you, we got some PlayStation players here that they do not like the PC side, man. They do not like it. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of talk, Leo. There was a lot of talk that Sony was going to go day and date. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I haven't seen, some prominent people, who are not necessarily PlayStation players, right? Like they don't play on PlayStation, but I've seen them basically telegraphed. They're like, yeah, Sony's going to go day and date. And I have to admit, even I started to think like, yeah, maybe they will. I started to think maybe Sony's mentality was they'll go day and date because they just figure you're still going to buy. If you want to buy a console, you're going to buy it anyway. And I think it's still mostly true. But again, man, it's like, I think the thing you're highlighting here, Leo, more than anything is what we've talked about. And I don't mean to, beat a dead horse here, but it's just that, I'm not, PC players were not buying Sony's games enough to keep Sony feeling good about it. Where I think one of the reasons why people thought Sony was going to go day and date on PC is because they figured, well, look, these games aren't selling as well as you would hope, Sony. So obviously you got to rip the Band-Aid off all the way. You got to do what Microsoft did. You got to go day and date. And I think that's why some people are taken aback. I think that's why some PC players are surprised because they would have thought that like, wait, you're gonna walk back. You're gonna walk it back now, actually. But again, I always try to remind those players, don't forget, Sony has a PlayStation 6. I keep having to remind them, like, Sony has a PlayStation 6. And believe me when I tell you, they want to sell the PlayStation 6. They want to sell it, man. And so what I would say is that, like, if you're in Sony's position, knowing you're going to be revealing the PlayStation 6 soon, it's like, is now a good time to go day and date on PC? I feel like that would be the literal worst time. We're about to try to sell you. We're about to try to convince you why you need to buy a PlayStation 6. We're gonna go day and date on PC and basically tell you why you don't need one. And Mr. Benidorm UK comes in. He wants to keep the member train rolling today. He drops another 5 member gifts on you guys, bringing us to 15 members on the day. Mr. Benidorm UK.
Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built.
Thank you, man. Yeah, if you guys want to keep the member train going here, feel free to do so. We are now just 10 away. 10 more members. We hit 25 members. I can shake the treats, and I'll try to feed the cats on this new tower, on this tall tower. So thank you once again, Mr. Benidorm. PC players are cool, but the haters that wished for the PlayStation console to die can F off. Yeah, I think it's important to make that differentiation, right? Like, my only problem with PC players are those type of PC players, which I don't think is the majority. I don't believe that. There's so many PC players, it's like that can't be the majority. The majority of PC players don't care about console. And I mean, literally, they don't care. They're like, yeah, it's fine. Console can exist and do its own thing. I'm just worried about PC. But then you have that group that's like, yeah, like they're like cheering on, hoping it dies. I'm like, come on, bro. Hellbound 1981, another legend comes in. He drops 5 more member gifts for you guys. I know Hellbound, he wants to hit that goal. He wants to hit it. Thank you, Hellbound. We're now just 5 away. Who's going to do it? I know somebody's going to do it. Who's going to do it? Is Corey here yet? Corey would do it if he was here. And Hellbound, here you go, man. You're saying Asmund called us all cavemen? I mean, bro, I don't know. I think the reason why I can tell you that's not true is because I encounter so many people where they do have a gaming PC and they do play on PC sometimes, but they just prefer the console experience. I don't think it would be fair to call them cavemen, only because clearly, like, because I think the whole idea of like calling them cavemen is like you're dumb or you don't know how to do it. Like, are there people where it's like, I don't know how to do PC gaming, that's why I don't do it? Of course. But I think it's a little bit it's a little bit unfair to make it seem like that's the only reason people don't do PC gaming, because they're too stupid. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I am. And Ray comes in. We got Metal Gear Ray. He drops another 5 member gifts, and he does it. He takes us to 25. We hit the first goal of the day. It's time to feed the beasts. And while I attempt to do that, I will give Ray his soundbite here.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for the 5, Ray, and thank you guys for getting us to 25. We'll see if we can keep that member train rolling throughout the stream. I'm gonna test something out right now. I'm gonna shake the treats from a distance and see if any of the cats come in. Now we wait. Oh, shit, man. I think it might be too soundproofed. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. There he is. Boss is like, you thought I wouldn't come. All right, boss. Let's try it out. I'm going to try feeding him on this cat tower now. Boss, up here. Yeah, they're up there. They're up there for you, man. I think he's confused. he's literally walking around being like, where are they? Where are they? We need a pets channel on the Discord. Yeah, maybe we could add that. I will tell you, Whiskey, most people, when they want to share pictures of the pets, they do in the show and tell section. I think that's people have kind of made that the pet area, I guess. I think MRPD showed his cat most recently. Oh, there he is. There he is. Good viewing angle, too. I like it. He doesn't understand the new setup. No, he doesn't. Dude, boss has witnessed me change my setup so many times. He's just tired. He's tired. He's like, I don't even want to follow anymore. What's going on, man? Well, yeah, Whiskey, you will see some of that too, unfortunately. Yeah, if you scroll up a little bit, you'll see some cats. New setup looks a lot better. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. Like, I'm genuinely very, very happy. And just so you know, guys, like, yeah, the only reason I was able to afford to buy the materials to create like an actual proper, office / gaming area is because of the support you guys, have shown. I know it may not seem like it, or maybe you couldn't tell, but for the majority of the time when I was streaming, I was in random bedrooms, and like half the like a section of the room is being like cut out, where I put my backdrop. Or in the past, you would actually see I'm just straight up streaming from literally my bedroom, where my bed would be in the background or whatever. And it always kind of felt like, hopefully eventually I could do something, with the basement or get like a proper setup going. So I just want to thank you guys, because I wouldn't have been able to have afforded to do that, to buy the materials needed to construct this. So thank you. It's an investment is the way I look at it, No more moving around. I'm going to dude, tomorrow I'm going to be in another area of the home and be like, guys, are you serious? Or guy, are you serious? Leo Jimmy with a $5 chat. You're saying MBG money, don't forget a lot of PC players today are Xbox players in PC drag. Damn. Refugees, Xbox dudes posing as PC elites. PC players don't care about console. Exactly. You're not, dude. Leo, I know that sounds silly to some people, but you're not wrong, bro. I see that more than anything. That's why, dude, that's why I feel like PC players are kind of chill most of the time, dude. They don't care. I mean, I think PC players naturally just kind of look at console and oh, that's cute, but they're not offensive about it usually. They're not a-holes. Some of them are. I mean, don't get me wrong, every fandom, every fandom has its group of just very unsavory people. But I got to get a standing desk too. That's one of the things I got to do next. I was just thinking about that. So he says walking stream. Kitchen stream when you should just walk around and stream. Oh, dude, if I could get a standing desk, or maybe I don't even need a standing desk, but I might see if I can get one of those clip-on microphones or whatever. The problem with that though is I can't read the chat. I'll just be walking around the room doing random shit. I'm not gonna be able to read the chat. The engagement will drop. But Leo, I totally get what you're saying, man. Where are the drums, MBG? Got to see the drum set. I haven't gotten them yet, man. I don't know when that's going to happen. That'll be the next thing on the list. That'll be the next thing. This, I'm not gonna lie. This cost me more than I expected it. I think I picked a bad time. That the price of materials is higher than get a rolling desk. Amazing. Yes, I'm going to get a rolling desk and just roll around the room. What could go wrong, bro? What could go wrong? $50 for a 2x4. Not that bad, fortunately. Not that bad. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, yes, the prices of stuff. The prices of materials definitely went up. So I might have to wait for that drum set. But yeah, Leo, I hear you, man. I think that's something that gets in the way of conversations like this. I understand there are PlayStation players who get annoyed at PC players and PC players who get annoyed at PlayStation players and vice versa. But I think the reality is it's two groups of people who want to, they want to continue to express that they believe where they're playing is better for reason A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? And I get that. I'm not a PC player. I do I try to be humble about it in that I'm not going to say console gaming is better than PC gaming. I'm just going to say I prefer it more than I ever would PC gaming. To me, it's better. But that doesn't mean it has to be better to you. And I think if more people were able to get into that headspace, we'd have a much better, the discourse would be much more pleasant. But that's the thing, man, is I do think that we're looking at I think, a bigger picture answer that we've received. And it is, do PC gamers care about PlayStation games? Deeply. Do they really care about them? And the argument that's being made right now is, well, we can't gauge that. We can't gauge that because Sony won't release their single-player games day and date. So how would we know? And I think that's fair. I do, because I think it's 50-50. I think it is safe to say on it, for at least a portion of it, that maybe they just kind of don't care, because if the argument is, if they really cared about these games that much, they would buy PlayStation to play them. And some do. A lot don't, but some do. There are absolutely people who prefer to play on PC, but seeing certain games exclusive to PlayStation is what brings them out to buy the console. But then they go back to PC when they're done playing it on the console, right? But I think there is also a very large group of people playing on PC that just simply do not care about PlayStation games. And that's where I think Sony overestimated themselves, where I think Sony believed that, like, wait till we put God of War Ragnarok, wait till we put Spider-Man 2, wait till we put The Last of Us Part 2. It's going to be lit. And then it's like, no, man. So again, that's where it puts Sony in that awkward position where it's like, if you really want to find out, Sony, if you really want to find out, launch Wolverine day one. And they're like, no, thank you. They're like, I ain't taking that risk. I'm just going to assume it ain't worth it. But I have to admit, I would be interested. I think it would be a mistake for their console for the sake of, like, it is good to have system sellers. I just think, I've always thought that. It's good to have if you're selling a system, you want to have system sellers. You know what I mean? Like, the logic is not that complicated. It's not that complex. But I do think that it would be fascinating to see what would happen if Wolverine dropped day one on Steam and PlayStation. Would it do massive numbers, or would it just do like, oh, it's okay, it's fine? And, you know, maybe that is what it would take to really know. Where it's like, what if Sony did drop Wolverine day one on PC and it didn't flop, but it's like it couldn't even get past like 40K concurrent or something. I mean, at that point, nobody could argue. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, there it is. Yeah, this is PC players don't play these games. Death Stranding 2 peaked at 56,000 a year later. It's one of the biggest games out right now. Yeah, and I'm actually really happy to see that, man. I'm a little bit surprised. I don't know if maybe this is PC players trying to, like, signal to Sony, like, wait, we'll buy the game, see? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It is quite shocking to think that Death Stranding 2 is outperforming games like Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, Last of Us Part 2, etc., right? Like, you wouldn't have assumed that. But here's the good news for PC players. Fizzant, Kojima's next game, probably will make its way to PC. Unless Sony maybe changed the deal this time. But I say that because this report that we got from Jason Schreier, it does claim that when it comes to the XDev games, these second-party games, where Sony will put the PlayStation Studio logo on it because they are helping with the development and the marketing and the development costs, they will be able to still decide if they want to release on PC, they can. It seems like the only games, single-player wise, that will be restricted from releasing on PC are the internal PlayStation Studio developed titles. And that would be games like Saros, Wolverine, Intergalactic, Corey Barlog's next game, etc., Venom, right? Those games, if this report is true, they are going to be locked to the PlayStation console, whether that be the PS5 and Pro or the PlayStation 6 and the PS5 consoles. And yeah, I think that works too. I think what Sony's really trying to make sure is that they just have their own exclusives, like that, because I think people interpret what Sony's doing as like a scorched earth approach, and I don't think it's that. Scorched earth would be, to me, did Death Stranding 2 get pirated a lot? That's a shame. The scorched earth approach to me would be Sony saying, literally, we are done with PC, we're delisting our games, and we're never coming back. And no one we work with is allowed to release on PC either. That would be scorched earth. And I think that would be interesting, possibly a mistake, but I think what they're doing is being strategic when they need to be. That's how I interpret it. Because if it was me, and it's like, listen, man, next year you're going to, or this, who knows, maybe Sony will talk about the PlayStation 6 this year. Who knows? But we're going to be talking about soon. If it's me, it's like, I don't want people to be talking about PC. And if they are talking about PC, the only thing I want to hear them talking about is the fact that our games aren't on there. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I would do. But I did want to point out one other thing here. Oh, thank you, Singer. I love the new setup. Hard to believe that's a basement. Only can you fix the camera, straighten it when you can. The room does it look slanted? Yeah, it's really tough with that one. I'm not sure which way to. Does that look better? I can't tell if that's straight or not, or if it's slanted. I was trying to lock that in earlier, but I have this time I have my camera on top of the monitor, so it's a little bit looser and it can move around more easily. Before it was on a dedicated stand, but hopefully that's good. Sorry if I made it worse. That bothers me too. Drives me nuts. Sony can't be completely done with PC. They had a deal with MLB Baseball to publish their yearly sports games on all platforms. They also promise all future Bungle titles will be on all platforms too. I'm curious to see if that still stands with Bungie. I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie has no control over that anymore. That wouldn't shock me. Do we think PlayStation is going to have another State of Play in May? I think Sony's going to have a State of Play in April, maybe early May for Wolverine. And then I think in the summer, maybe like June, we're going to have, or it could be late May or sometime in June, we're going to have like the proper summer State of Play. And I think that's where you'll see Cory Barlog's game revealed. Yeah. But there was something I just wanted to point out here because I do think it's important. You know, I think you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here if you think I am wrong, but I feel like I'm not the one to usually go out of my way to like correct misinformation or, you know, basically be like, that's fake news. I try not to concern myself with that too much because it's everywhere and it's too prevalent and it's like you can't stop it. But this was one thing where I want to highlight something here. You know, not if anything, it's just because I want people to understand what we're looking at. And I want to bring it back to why we even started this conversation in the first place. The only reason we're talking about this is because a rumor went mega viral. And that rumor was claiming that there's a PC launcher and that, you know, Sony is not done with PC. They're just going to do it in their own way. But if you look into it, there is no source for this rumor. The rumor is completely made up. The closest thing you could get to a source is from a few years ago when there were job listings that hinted at a possible PC launcher, but many things have changed since then. On the other side of that, and this is why I think it is surprising that this rumor went viral, and this is where, like, not to be too anecdotal about it, but, you know, I saw quite a few people getting upset at me and others for trying to point out that this rumor is fake. Like literally, totally made up. It's not real. There is no source. You cannot source this rumor. It's just, it is hopium, literally. It's people saying, like, we hope this is what happens. And some, you know, there were quite a few people that got frustrated with me. But here's the part that surprised me, and I just want to make it very clear. They would tell me that what I'm reporting, PC, PlayStation, they're done, they're pulling back. They tried to tell me that, like, I'm wrong. And the reason I'm wrong is because I'm basing what I'm saying off of Jason Schreier off of Nate the Hate. And their logic, their argument is, well, what are their sources? Who is Jason Schreier's source? Who is Nate the Hate's source? They could just be making it up. They could just be doing it for clicks. I just need to take a moment to highlight this because surely anybody who's paying close enough attention to latch onto a made-up rumor about a PlayStation PC launcher has paid enough attention to know that people like Jason Schreier and Nate the Hate are not random Twitter users or random Redditors. These are individuals who have spent years trying to build up credibility for this exact reason. So that way, when they get good information from their sources and they compile that information and they do extensive reports and write-ups like Jason Schreier, or they occasionally reveal, important information like Nate the Hate does on Twitter, that people take it seriously because they understand you wouldn't just say this. You wouldn't just say this. You're putting your reputation on the line. That reputation has taken years to build up. To my dismay, it turns out that many people have decided that actually, MBG, reading these random viral rumors with no sourcing is just as valid and just as worthwhile as listening to what Jason Schreier is saying in his report or what Nate the Hate has to say. And to that, I say, wrong. Wrong. Just flat out wrong. They are not comparable. They are not the same thing. This is not me defending Jason Schreier or Nate the Hate. This is me just laying out the facts, and the facts say this. One of these reports is coming from somebody who has gotten many things right and only seems to do reports when they are certain they're going to be right. And they've sourced it numerous times and corroborated it. The other report does not have a source. It is literally, I made it up. So if you want to be the type of person, and I'm not speaking to my chat, I'm just throwing this out into the ether. If you want to be the type of person to try to take these two very distinct, very separate things and smash them together to make a claim that no, they are the same, then understand you are a person that is ruining internet discourse about video games. You are making it nearly, I don't want to say impossible, but just much more difficult for normal people, regular people who just want to know what's going on. You're making it much harder for them to do so. Oh, is the war back? Hold on. What's going on? All right, let me get off my soapbox here. I just got here, but have you addressed Alex's recent clip of you, bro? No. Is there another clip of me? From Oh No, It's Alex? From when? I mean, I've been very busy, truthfully. I haven't been keeping up with many other people's content. I thought we were cool, bro. Well, he did say he would still do that. From like 2 days ago. Oh. Well, I mean, can you tell me what it was in regards to? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to look it up now, but I could check it out later, maybe. He's obsessed with me. I got to get my broccoli. I got to become the broccoli man. That sucks. I don't want to be the broccoli. The broccoli man sucks. Who wants to be the broccoli man? We need to see the clip. Well, tell me what it's in regards to first, and maybe I'll check it out. Because I'm going to be honest, man. Like, yeah, I don't take Oh No, It's Alex too seriously. You know, I don't take it seriously. But Donut Man, the implications of that though, Leo, I'm not so sure about that one. We're going to talk about Crimson Desert. Yeah, we're going to talk about that next. It's about glazing. Glazed donut man, perhaps. Well, I mean, well, yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific, man, because like I feel like when it comes to other content creators like Alex, they got a lot of content, man, and I don't know. Like, is it a video? Was it? I know he does like really long streams, like I do. I don't know if it was a stream clip. There's a short. Perhaps I don't know. I want to keep wanting to say perhaps. There is one big difference, one word between rumors, and that word is Bloomberg. Apple man. See, the problem with that one, though, Leo, is people are going to think I'm like an Apple fanboy, which I'm definitely not, you know? Keep workshopping that. That Alex guy's overtaken with the subs. When did that happen? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm slacking. I got to get crazier up in here. Yo, in all seriousness, though, hold on. We're about to hit 102K. We need 11 more subs. We finally hit 102K. I stream too much. I think that's what it is, man. I stream too much and I niche down too much. In case you guys haven't noticed, I've been doing not the greatest job like following the trends, which I probably should try to do better, but I don't know. I'm too stubborn for my own good. I've been trying to, I know I'm way too niche. I know. I can't help it. I don't know. Are we going to do an oh no, it's Alex reaction today? I don't know if I have the energy for that, man. I'm so, dude, I am like fucked up today, bro. I'm sorry, but I only got like a few hours of sleep last night. I kept waking up. There's like something wrong with my stomach. I'm like, what the hell's happening? Raven X0, you're saying Jason Schreier said there's no more first party IP single player PC ports. So why would they launch a PC launcher? That makes no sense. Sony doesn't need you. Well, Raven, that's the thing, dude. The argument is that, but this rumor says they are. And I'm trying to inform people that there is no rumor. Like, I'm just saying people need to just make sure they categorize these things correctly for the sake of not misinforming people. It is not like Jason Schreier or Nate the Hate or Jeff Grubb or somebody or any of these, anybody who would consider themselves an insider or leaking out certain info. None of these individuals have come out and said that Sony's working on a PC launcher. None. It's just people are saying they think Sony should. They think they should and they want them to. And that is the definition of hopium. And it's fine. You can have hopium. I have hopium about a lot of things. People want to hope for different things, but it's important to differentiate that and make it known that, yeah, no, this isn't a rumor or a leak. This isn't coming from anywhere. Like, this is just me saying I want this to be a thing, you know? And I want other people to want it to be a thing. And that's so important because the whole, again, this rumor that went viral, it was not that. Yeah, I don't think Jeff Grubb has said anything about it, anything regarding this. I just threw his name out there. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, I don't, dude. Listen, if you guys want me to have any chance of reacting, I don't know if I'm going to. I got to see what it is. But if you want any chance of this happening, I got to know. I'm on his channel now, and Crimson Desert on PC. Crimson Desert Situation is Worse Than We Think. Death Stranding on PC. Digital Foundry. DLSS 5. NVIDIA Across the Line. I don't know. I don't know which. None of that seems like I would be there. If it had a thumbnail with Johnny P. Bro, wait, what? Are you sure? Because I'm on the channel now, dude. There's definitely no thumbnail with Johnny P on it, bro. Johnny P. There ain't no Johnny PP here. Now I'm starting to think you might be thinking of somebody else. Can you fix the Discord invite? Is it still not fixed? Oh, yeah, I'll probably have to send another. Ray, if you're still here, I guess I'll try to do it too. Here's a black walnut block I made. Oh, Whiskey, the black walnut block you made in the pic. Haven't rounded the edges or anything yet. That shit looks good, dude. Yeah, what are the measurements on that block, Whiskey? Because it looks like it could fit in like that space up there. Ray, thank you for that. So anybody who wants to get in the Discord, the link is in there now. Ray just dropped it. Thank you for that, Ray. This one should work. Yeah, I don't know why that Discord link, it keeps expiring. The one that I have in the description. Are you saying maybe it's on a second channel? Prince G, you talk some shit on my behalf. I don't know. Well, I don't know what you said. I don't know what you said. Let me see. Dude, I have to admit, if there's a thumbnail with me dressed as Johnny P, with Johnny P in the thumbnail, there it is. Oh man, bro, with the red eyes, worship. Why don't you worship Sony? Dude. Dude, seeing the Johnny P, that's crazy, bro. Johnny P's crazy. Johnny P gonna have to come out and react? Johnny P's gonna have to come out and react, bro. My voice cracks. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in any state to react. Did they understand it's a bit? I wouldn't be surprised. I doubt. I'm. They got me as Johnny P in the thumbnail, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not about that. It's probably something else. Hold on. We get. Wait, there's another one. MBG hates PC gamers. That's wild. Bro, hold up. Whoa. MBG hates PC gamers. This is a 9-minute clip. This is a fucking 9-minute, dude. I'm gonna have to react to the reaction of me. Cause what? Maybe I should just hate PC gamers. That's what they want. I'll just give it to them anyway. I hate you, PC gamers. John Hipcrit with a 2-pound chat says, Detectives Seeds cast out by Sony. Punished Seeds? Punished Seeds, bro. What do you mean he's been cast out by Sony? Did I miss something? I mean, he had an actual like amazing report on Blue Point, and he seems like he got his flowers for that. Did something go wrong? Did he get in trouble or something? I mean, I wouldn't be like shocked. Yeah, it's a dangerous game, man. That's why I've chosen to try to stay away from that, only because I know there's risk involved. You know, it can be a dangerous game. He tweeted about it. I must have missed it. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter as much lately. Let me see. Why can't I find him? Oh, here he is. Yeah, I'm scrolling on his Twitter now. I'm not finding anything. Oh wait, here we go. Wait, no. That was from March 20th. Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. I'm not seeing anything here. Maybe you could tell me what he said. Oh, what's up, Leia? I didn't know you were here. Was a few days ago. Said dropped by Sony as a content creator or something. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you had any kind of relationship with Sony, you know, from a content creator level, doing that big report on Bluepoint, that would definitely get you blacklisted for sure. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I mean, I'm sure he knew that. I would have to imagine that Sony wouldn't have been too happy about that, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Armani Coleman, a member for 4 months, you're saying, I know this is out of the blue, but who do you think girls would pick for looks? Juice World or X? Or who? Like, I've heard of Juice World. Just X? Bro, that's a crazy question, Armani. I should apply to Sony as a content creator. I'd rather not. I don't know. If Sony ever reached out to me, I mean, like, I'd be like, maybe. I don't know. But I'm still getting slandered, bro. I'm still getting slandered. Hold on. Hold up. All right. I gotta go shut that light. All right. Johnny P is back. It's time. This was not planned. It may seem like it was, but I assure you it was not. Although I have the beard now. So Johnny P is back. What's this I hear? MBG hates PC players?
War is now official. You'll become homeless and wifeless, fruit.
Homeless and wifeless, bro. Ain't no way. Oh, I just have it ready to go. You better believe it, bro. I'm like Batman up in here. Got that shit in like a, what do you even call it? Like a case, you know? Like a display case. Just got to stand in front of it sometimes, wondering when I got to suit up again. Play the whole... oh, did it cut off? Hold on. I'll play it one more time.
So the bisexual chicken man has broken the ceasefire and disrespected MBG and the nation. War is now official. You'll become homeless and wifeless, fruit.
Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. All right. All right, I'm losing it. Guys, I am so sleep deprived. If there was ever a stream where I'm just going to lose it, it's going to be this. Everybody thought things were going normal, you know? Armani Coleman, you're saying, what games are you most hyped for? Wolverine, Phantom Blade Zero, or 007 First Light? Of those three, I got to give it to Wolverine. I got to give it to Wolverine. Phantom Blade Zero is right behind it, though. Phantom Blade Zero looks incredible. But 007. All right, hold on. Let me see here. Let me see what I'm getting myself into. Yo, hold on. All right. Well, I guess we're doing this. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Yeah, it's war again, bro. It's got to be. I mean, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know what he's saying now. Like, this could be I could be walking into a trap here because I have no idea what this stream was. I don't remember half the shit I say, so I guess we'll see. I got to deal with this banana guy. Oh, I didn't have any of this set up, though. Just give me a moment. Should be good there. I think it's working. We got MBGception here, bro. The hell's going on? What just look, what's going on? What is this? What is this? Banana bread. All right. I'm curious. Let's see. Let me make sure the audio is coming through for you guys, though. Hold on.
All right, so now he's mad that we don't worship Sony. Jesus Christ. He cares more about being right than he does about actual, like, consumer advocacy.
Bullshit. Just immediate bullshit. What do you mean? More than consumer advocacy? Like, dude, where? My hat. Whoa. My hat almost just flew off. Not ready for that. Where's the reactions to what I had to say about Blue Point? To Horizon Hunters Gathering? All the reactions where I'm calling out Sony, be like, what the fuck you doing? Where are they? Where are they? They don't exist. They don't exist. You can't show that. Because if you show that, it's going to show that I ain't nearly as pro Sony as you think. I like Sony when they do shit that I like. I like Sony when they're delivering the good shit. Where about all the times where I say, yeah, paying for PlayStation Plus is bullshit? Where's it at? Where's it at? Yeah, Titus, I don't know what's going on there, man. You're not the only one. I don't know why. YouTube's been weird lately. I do wonder if I'm going to put my foot in my mouth, though. Because I don't know. I'm looking at the stream or the clip he has up me. I'm like, I don't know what stream that's from. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. Let's see.
All these dudes wonder why their channels are having a difficult time. It's because people are sick of dented individuals sucking off a corporation and not respecting that person's wallet instead. Chiller, thank you for the 69 bits. Like, that's the issue right there. What's up, Fury? Thank you for the follow.
Well, hold on. Hold on, though. Well, he's talking about people's channels struggling. My channel's doing okay. Could it be doing better? Sure. But I think everybody can make that argument. But here's the thing. See, he's making a broad stroke statement here that insinuates that everything Sony's doing, everything, we got to be mad at because it's not pro-consumer enough. In other words, what he just said is basically, your head is dented. How'd you know about my head dent? First off, how the fuck do you know about that? But you're saying your head is dented because all you do is suck off a corporation. Again, it's easy to think that if you're only going based off of the clips that are being fed to you by people who don't like me and don't want you to see the other side. My viewers who are here right now, they'll tell you. They'll be the first ones to tell you. We don't just say everything Sony does is good, great, and okay. Again, somebody please send this man a clip of my Blue Point crash out. Somebody. Anybody. I'm just saying, man, it's not the way he's making it sound. He's making it sound like, I'm not speaking for other, like he's talking, maybe he's not even talking about me. But I can only assume he is because I'm the one up on the screen. But it's like, dude, if you're talking about me as a content creator, that's not what we do here. What I think he's really trying to say is it's not like people have a problem if you're excited about anything PlayStation's doing. If you have any type of enthusiasm. If you're not jumping on the bandwagon. And look, I know what he's going to say. Oh, are you saying that trying to advocate for more pro-consumerism is hopping on the bandwagon? No, I'm not. That's not the bandwagon. That's something that everybody should be advocating for. And anybody that's even remotely worth listening to is to some degree. But the bandwagoning, it comes in the form of this. The picking and choosing, the cherry picking for the sake of your own content. Okay.
That's the problem. Because nobody wants to suck off a corporation. They want to be able to take care of their wallet. Brother. What's up, Chad Weezy?
Sony should
what the fuck
sell
are you
PS
doing?
body
Reacting?
pillows and fleshies.
They should.
Okay. Whoa. You know what? This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one, bro. Wow, I love how the super chat just like covers my... I thought this was going to be more edited than this. I don't know. His no offense. I was part of it before. Dude, this chat says some crazy stuff. I am a little bit afraid. What? Dude, I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm making a mistake. I did not vet this first. I might be making a little bit of a mistake here, bro. Because I don't know. I can't get my channel. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming his channel's in good standing. But some of the shit... Meanwhile, Titus is just trying to get a fucking super chat to go through and he can't because YouTube won't let him. We got Matedo. He says the launch of a potential PlayStation launcher on PC is simply wishful thinking. Not only will it fail to prevent future Xbox users from playing PlayStation games, but like any launcher outside of Steam, it will be a failure and won't solve the issue of low sales. Not to mention that Sony should be releasing its games on PC on day one, and this would impact console sales. Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. That's what I've been saying, man. The PC launcher is flawed just for the simple fact that it's not going to win PC players over. It's flawed for the fact that if you're already struggling to sell your games on Steam and PC, dropping a launcher and like saying we're not releasing them on Steam anymore, we're doing it on our own launcher, you're going to cut your sales more than in half, and it just defeats the whole purpose. But yeah, you're also pointing out what I've been pointing out, which is if you launch your games day one, I mean, bro, I love dude, my super chat positioning is crazy for this. Yeah, dude, if they go day and date on PC, it's gonna, to some extent, affect their console sales. Whether it's horribly, maybe they don't want to figure that out. It ain't important, Whiskey Gaming. It ain't important. I'm so afraid, dude, of some of the stuff his audience is super chatting him. I'm so afraid because it has the TTS, bro. Oh, it's going to become Rip Banana. All right, let's see.
It really should. Thank you for the 2, Adam. It's ridiculous.
If Sony don't go multiplat, they will eventually go out of business. Console sales can sustain them anymore.
Not only that,
See, bro, okay. Dude, this is why. Like that super chat he just got. It's so hard to argue. Because it's like, are you serious? That's the problem. It's like, are you serious? Like consoles. Listen, I'm only pointing this out because I get this sometimes too. People come my way and they're like, Sony can't rely on the console anymore, bro. It's not sustaining them. I'm like, dude, listen to me. They're doing just fine. Like, Sony's about to sell another 100 million consoles. I'm not sure you know what you're talking about. Now, I'm not saying everything's sunshine and rainbows. I'm just saying it's fine. Like, this idea that, like, get away from console, bro. It's a sinking ship. It's like, I don't know how to respond to that because it's like, there are charts, bro. There are literal charts that Sony themselves put out that will literally tell you that ain't true. Now, does that mean, though, I want to make it clear, though, does that mean they ain't going to get greedy sometimes? No. Because if there's something that me and I think Oh No It's Alex do agree on, is these corporations, they can get out of pocket. The greed can become too much. Absolutely. And that's the important thing. My opinion.
The Discord. As your Sequer, this is Offical. Also MBG, I warned Matado about scamming the Dono system with 87 cents. I have to do a timeout.
Well, dude, I can't prove he's doing that. I can't prove he's scamming it. I mean, that's the thing. If he's still doing it, I don't think it's a scam. I don't think he's Potato, bro. You gotta tell us where you live. I'm sorry. You gotta tell us where you live, bro. This is how it's gotta be. Tell Johnny P where you live. All right? It's gonna be okay. Potato, it's gonna be okay. Just tell me where you live. All right.
Island Boy, but they're going to be selling to the same 100 million people over and over again. So they're never going to grow that base because, like Phil Spencer even said, it's that same 100 million target every time. The fuck are we going to do? And he was right.
Okay, all right. That might be true. So basically what he's saying, although I just realized like the clip of myself hasn't even played yet. This is going to get real weird. But basically what he's saying is that, and I can agree with this to an extent, because it is kind of true, you know? Where it's like, there's clearly a ceiling here. And it seems we may have hit that ceiling. Like, is the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 6 for that matter, is it going to, like, it boils down to this. Is the PS5 or the PS6 going to outsell the PS2 and reveal a new higher threshold where there is growth in the console market? Chances are slim. But I think it is very important to highlight that, sure, we can acknowledge that there may not be like areas of major growth for the console anymore, but being able to consistently sell 100 million plus units is more than sustainable. That's the important part, dude. That's more than sustainable. The only question we really need to ask is it enough for Sony? That's why I'm saying, and again, I would like to see a reaction to a clip like this. That's why I said on one of my recent streams, I think it was my last stream, where I'm like, I'm worried, bro. If Sony's pulling back from PC and they're like, hey, we don't want to raise the price of our console, then where's the price increase coming then? Where's it happening? Because I know it's happening, and I'm not looking forward to it, and I'm worried about it. And that's where I'm going to add, again, that's where I'm saying. Got to be aware. When's enough enough?
Isn't the PS5 on the same trajectory as the PS4 in terms of sales? It's not above it. It's on the same trajectory. So guess what that means?
That means another massively successful console generation. That's exactly what that means. That's exactly what that means.
Uh-oh. It's not enough.
War trilogies and Ratchet and Clank games, Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, and such, they've decided to choke us with an endless reign of live service games that nobody asked for.
SONY. PlayStation is the best. That's no.
Okay, I just gotta say real quick, what the fuck am I doing? I'm being serious. Dude, why? See, this is why even I find myself flabbergasted at my own, at the clips that people send me, just of myself. I read the chat and I'm just like, what am I doing?
No lie. Go Sony.
Go Sony! That's right, y'all. Thank you for the 5, bro. What are you looking at, dude?
Sorry. And then they make terrible ports at full price.
Correct.
And force people to make an account, which by the way,
Correct.
not all countries have access to, leaving millions of potential customers out.
Correct.
I'm surprised that PC sales aren't amazing. Wow, just wow.
Yes! He's reading this comment and like nothing is sinking in. Everything that person posted is 100% correct. And he cannot grasp the concept.
Okay, see, like, dude, this is where me and Oh No, it's Alex, we got beef here,
$20
bro.
worth of chat characters for 87 cents. He has to be punished, even if he is not scamming. He has to be considerate and donate USD equivalent. Time out.
No, well, hold on. Before I continue, Rich, I mean, I get it, man. Like, I'm not going to lie. It is weird to me. Like, I appreciate any donations I get. But it does feel like it is a little bit unfair. Like, listen, the only way this could be real is this dude is loaded. And he might be. That's why I'm asking, like, bro, I need to know if this is legit or not, because he keeps sending these red chats where it's like you said, he gets like way more room to talk. And it's like, if this is like a rich dude, you know, that's not playing the system, I mean, like for where he is. But anyway, chill, Rich, chill. This is where I want to say, like, this right here is where I don't know what I'm going to say in this clip, and maybe I will stick my foot in my mouth, but he's sitting here saying, like, I'm not grasping anything that person is saying. Dude, I have went on record. Again, where is the clip, bro? Where is it? I'm going to have to get it. I literally went on record saying, like, Sony, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it. Because all you're going to do is piss PC players off. I literally went on record saying that numerous times, bro. And he's sitting here like, oh, he's not grasping anything this person's saying. But I don't know. Maybe I do say something stupid in this clip. We'll see. The problem is I stream so much, dude. I don't know. I don't even know when this was from.
In one ear, out the other. Yeah, Zillennial. Like, this is crazy.
I mean, again, man, like, see, I don't blame people for leaving these comments.
Because they're right.
Bro, look at this. He doesn't even give me a fucking chance to speak. He doesn't even give me a chance to speak. I was like, because they're right and you're wrong. Play the soundbite. Play the music. Like, dude. I can't even react to myself under these conditions.
Because they're correct. Because PlayStation screwed the pooch.
You non-smart person.
So they're wrong.
As a PC gamer, goodbye, or whatever. See, this right here, listen, this brings me back to...
Do not try to suck off this corporation. I swear to fucking God.
What I said, like, I think years ago, which is like, Sony, why even bark up this tree, dude? You hear that? You hear that? Me saying to Sony, why even bother? Equals, I'm sucking them off. I'm sucking off the corporation. Cue music. Cue music.
Expose. Money! Money! They want money! Shoni, why even do this, Shoni? They don't like you, Shoni. Shoni, they don't like you like I like you.
HIV is kicking in at warp speed.
Shoni, they're not gonna love you like I do. They don't love you like I love you. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Shoni. They don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you, Shoni. They don't love you like I love you. Wait, oh, they don't love you like I love you, Shoni.
Bro!
Clap with the finger spread. You got it. Holy shit, bro. What are we doing here, bro?
I agree. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? I couldn't agree more. What are we doing?
A man out here trying to beg a corporation.
Bro, what? Begging? I said like 6 words. I said like 6 words and he started singing a fucking song like he just did a line of coke, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I would understand this reaction if I said more words first. Maybe I do say words in the coming minutes where what he just said is justified. But in this moment, it is not. I said like 4 words and you just said, you're mad because they don't love Sony like you love them. Okay. You got me. You got me. Oh, damn. I'm serious. Like,
Oh, I bet
Reggie
you I'm
Philtime
serious.
said it best with H the
I am serious. I am.
that better graphics was not the answer, it was gameplay and creativity.
Agreed. Yes, agreed.
This is the problem where if Sony had any level of wisdom when it comes to what they wanted to do on PC, they would have made the decision very quickly. This is at least I will give Microsoft.
The decision should have been put.
Hold on. Whoa. Who is this? Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Oh, this is MBG. Right. Why did he just say that? Give Microsoft what? Whoa. Okay. This is taking a weird turn. It's taking a weird turn.
Put the fucking game out there. Don't require a fucking login. Make Nixus do the ports and put it their day and date. And you would have had 1 billion sales.
1 billion sales? Sony, why don't you hire this man? I don't get it. Look at him. Why wouldn't you hire him? Discredit. Microsoft didn't hesitate. They're like, we're just going PC. I don't think it helped them at the time, but
Brother, they had no choice.
they didn't. That's like one instance where they. But that's not the point. We're tag teaming them now. Bro's got a tag team now. Yeah, banana split, son. Like, okay, so they didn't have a choice. And? You just said I was sucking off Sony. Actually, I just said Microsoft, hey, I give them credit. They did what they had to do. Boom. Rip that fucking Band-Aid off and put your games on PC. Go all in. No half in, half out bullshit. Didn't do that shit where they were like, we're just going day and day on PC. Sony really messed up by not only going to PC, but taking this.
Stop, bro.
You nonsense.
Oh, he wants me to stop saying Sony messed up. I am getting mixed signals from you. Oh no, it's Alex. What do you want from me? What do you want from Johnny P, from MBG? I don't know anymore. I don't understand. Serious, I'm like serious, bro. Like, what is it? You want me to hate Sony? You want me to love Sony? I don't understand these signals.
Smart person.
MBG the sleeper's choice.
Thank you for the fucking Prime for 2 months, Priest. MBG, the sleeper's.
MBG the sleeper's choice. Guess what? Hey, you watching me? You are. I'm going to be on screen. Not once, twice. Sleeper's choice, baby. Keep sleeping. Keep sleeping.
Choice. I can't. They messed up by going to PC.
They don't want Sony to make money, they want war.
We need war. We need war. We need war. That's right, Cake Man. Thank you for the 2. Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
It's like, I don't know, maybe we'll just see how it goes. We'll do a little bit here, but maybe not there, and time frames will be everywhere. And I'm like,
it's almost like that's the fucking problem now, isn't it, dummy?
Dude. Bro. Okay, guys, I don't know how much more I can take. I don't know how much more I can take. What the fuck do you mean, Banana Man? It's almost like that's the point, isn't it, dummy? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I just told you. That's what I just said. And you just called me dumb. You're agreeing with the person you're calling dumb. What? Dude, come on, man. Come on. Like, they're really going to do me like this. They're really going to do me like this today. All right. All right. PC players are going to hate you for that.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest, man. Like, this is just why I tell Sony, like, PC players don't give a...
This is why you tell Sony... All right, listen. Listen. What do they have? Their weekly one-on-one with MBG?
No, it's with Johnny PlayStation, actually.
Hey, MBG, let's put a time on your calendar so you can tell us how to run our multi-billion-dollar business.
Oh, that's rich, though. That's rich, because just a moment ago, you just confidently told Sony how to run their business. You just said they'd get 1 billion sales. I don't get it. Okay. We'll just keep laughing. Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn, dude. That MBG. He's having his one-on-one. He's having his one-on-one with Herman and fucking Totoki. Why do you... Look at me. Look at me. Why do you think they're done on PC? Why do you think? You think they just made that decision? You think they just said, I think it's time after 5-6 years? No. We know why they made that decision.
This is why I tell Sony. This is why when I call Totoki, he picks up the phone. Oh my God! I'm at a loss, boys. I'm at a loss. This is why I tell Sony. Who are you? Who are you?
Wait, but who are you? You just told Sony too. You're a man in a banana suit. I'm a man in a blue track suit. Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? John Hipcrate, you're saying love it. Hold on. I think I like spit on my screen. He's more viewers and subs. Use him for views. I'm going to use him for views. No, this is a Sunday special. I'm just pointing this out here now. This is a Sunday special. I did not plan. This is the epitome of fuck it, we're doing it live. I did not plan for this. I am very sleep deprived. And I'm pretty sure my adrenal glands are working overtime right now. Okay? So I just figured let's just have some fun with it. But really, who are we? You're talking to Sony. I'm yelling to Sony. You're yelling to Sony. I don't know.
Brother! You're nobody!
The fuck about you.
True! True, we don't! We don't. And you shouldn't either.
Like Sony, it seems like they finally get it.
Oh.
Like they don't care about PlayStation or PlayStation games. If they did. Correct. He just said it. How many times has this man said, this man has called me dumb and said I'm correct numerous times. I am very confused. Am I the only one who's confused here? But he just said it. He just said it. He just said it. I said they don't care about your games. They don't care about your platform. They don't care about PlayStation. He says correct. Correct. So where's the confusion here? I do care. Yeah, I do. You don't love Sony like I love Sony, bro. We do care. Come on. What are we doing? They wouldn't be on PC. They would be on PlayStation.
Correct!
Exposed.
That's 3 corrects in a row. 3 in a row. How the fuck does somebody expose themselves by being correct? I mean, come on. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy.
Exposed.
So it doesn't matter if they take the games off.
By the way, just so y'all know, he's bald. How about that for exposed? How about that? That hair, that ain't real. Bro's got this going on. He's got this. A little bit here. Just a little bit here. And he's pregnant. Oh, and he's a Fed. By the way, in case you're wondering, this man right here, he is a Fed. He is a Fed. People are catching on. Finally. They're starting to realize this guy ain't who you think he is. First, it started with the toupee. Now people are waking up. Oh! He's in my chat. I did change my background again. Thank you for noticing. Now I'm under arrest. Bro, you called me correct. You said I was correct and right and dumb. I'm dumb and correct. Next thing you know, his beard's fake. I mean, dude, look at it. I don't know. You know, the only way to truly prove it ain't fake, you got to shave it, let it grow back. You don't do that, how is anybody supposed to believe you? Alex is texting from his cage on the other side of the basement. I did show you guys. Yeah, look. Well, hold on. I did show you. See? You see back there? You maybe can see him a little bit. He's back there. But I told him he's got to be quiet. How do you think he knew to show up? Oh, I missed the super chat, though. Hold on. Mateto, you're saying it's not a scam. It's what Google charges me for red super chats. I live in Argentina. Money is highly devalued. Sorry if it's not enough, but it's as much as I can give you, man. I'm really sorry. Do not apologize. Do not apologize. The fact that you're giving anything, I appreciate. All right. Nobody has to give anything to my channel. So whatever you're choosing to give, I appreciate, bro. I just think, people are wishing that they could have longer chats, more characters. But I appreciate it, Potato. I do. But here we go.
Because we don't give a fuck.
You don't love Sony like I love Sony.
This guy.
I'm exposed and correct.
Bro, I doubt it, Kuel. Thank you for the 2. Brother, you guys bend over and take it on a daily basis. What are we doing?
What are we doing? Playing games. Having a good old time. What are you doing? What? Playing games and having a good time? That's bending over now? What? Just because we like to do it on a console? I mean, get this. You could buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. Hell, not even a Pro. You don't need a Pro. You don't need a Pro. Get it if you want it. You could buy a PS5, never sub to PS Plus or whatever, just play single player games. You're set, bro. In your living room? How's that bending over? I don't know. And that's why it's like, if you want to serve PC players, then serve them.
Yes!
Yeah. I think I just broke my chair. Bro, what? Yes! That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Like, either go in or don't. None of this half in, half out shit has annoyed me this whole time, bro. I'm not against exclusives. I'm not against if Sony wants to sell their console that I enjoy and I want to see do well, I'm not against that. What I am against is Sony trying to convince people that that's not what they're doing. Or like, we're not going to PC while they're actually going to PC, but being like, well, we're kind of not. Don't worry. Just do it or don't. Do it or don't. You know?
Boys, he's getting it. If you want to serve PC players, then serve them. Do the game day and date. Don't require a login. Make the port good. Lower the price. It's not hard. It's not a difficult concept. How is this such a difficult thing to understand? How is this real?
I ask myself that question every day. How is this? What is real? Don't start getting philosophical on me. Because I don't need that. I get enough of that. Bro's trying to make me existential.
MBG needs sunlight.
The reason
Stop
he
reading.
talks so slow is because he spends so much time talking to translators. Lol.
Gotta be, Kuel. Gotta be. Thank you for the 5. Eldrick, thank you for the 21 months.
I don't know that that's a wise move if you're trying to sell consoles, but
Who cares? Because you guys are never going to buy the PC in the first place. So if PC gamers are never going to buy the PlayStation system, like you just said, why would it matter? Because we're not going to buy the system in the first place. Because if we wanted PlayStation games, we would have already bought the console. But we didn't because we don't want the games.
it matters, bro. It matters because if so, like from Sony's perspective, it matters because, sure, they understand you guys won't leave PC to go to console. They know that. They know that. But what they don't know, or what they might not know, and I don't think they're willing to find out, because it could truly be Sony's big fuck around find out moment, is, okay, if we start to really serve PC players in the way that we probably would need to greatly increase our sales, are we sending a signal to our console buyers that you don't need a PlayStation, you can go to PC. We'll serve you there. Now I get it. From a lot of PC players' perspective, they're like, what's the problem there? And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. From that perspective, it's not a problem for PC players. But I think the truth is, a lot of people, not trying to throw Xbox under the bus here, I think a lot of people look at what happened to Xbox and are like, we don't want that to happen to our console, bro. We want our console to be our console and what it always has been. Maybe it would stay that way, even if Sony went day and date. But I think people are worried. I think Sony's worried it's going to be a fuck around find out. They already sent that signal. Well, that's where I will say, Sony, I think, did kind of fuck up by being being a giant tease. I think Sony fucked up by being a giant tease, by like you said, signaling, just to be like, never mind, we're not going all the way. We went 50% of the way. We're going back now. We're backtracking. I get that. I get why people would be upset with that. That's why I'm not surprised to see some PC players being like, bro, what the fuck? But I don't fully agree with this notion that Sony needs to go all the way, because I'll be honest, man, there's only one other player in this space that went all the way, that went full PC. And that was Microsoft. And look, if somebody were to say to me, MBG, did Microsoft fuck up Xbox? Like, is Xbox dead? You know, that's what people say. It's dead. It's console sales are dead. Is it because they went to PC? I'm going to say probably not. I think there are way more reasons than that, but I just don't think it helped. I think from Sony's perspective, they might not see it that way. They might see it as, hold on now. Hold on. Are we going down that same road? And, you know, to be honest, there's a lot of people, they're like, yeah, man, console's on its way out. It's inevitable. I'm just saying. All right, hold on.
So why would it matter about the console sales? We are going to get to Reforge Infinity, yes.
This idea that no, dude, PC players are bitches like that. Just like all fan bases are.
We're bitches? Bro.
Yes! You're goddamn right! But I said all fan bases. All fan bases are bitches. It's true. I see PlayStation players crying. I see Xbox players crying. I see Nintendo players crying. But I sure as shit also see PC players crying. Come on. Come on now. I'm not just saying it's PC players. I'm not just saying that.
Brother, you guys are literally sitting there in the Sneeko chair. You're in the Sneeko chair. You're hanging out with Adam22 and Sneeko together, brother. And Gross Gore. You're hanging out in the corner of the hotel room.
How do you know I don't get that reference, huh? Maybe I'm just acting like I don't get that reference. You don't know? You don't know me? I did not understand that reference, no.
While your wallet gets piped. What
do
are we
I
doing?
want to know? Do I want to know?
What in the hell, bro?
You know, like it's like if Microsoft said we're taking our games back. You know how many PlayStation players you see? Fine, see ya. We don't fucking care.
Bullshit, dude.
You non-smart person.
Bullshit. That is bull. That is absolute bull. Because if they did, y'all would have nothing to play. Literally nothing. Y'all didn't play Marathon. Y'all didn't play High Guard. Y'all didn't play Concord. Y'all would have had...
Ain't no way. Ain't no way this man just referenced High Guard and Concord. You hear that? Only way we can truly get... I'll have you know, I got the Concord Platinum. I'll have you know. Yeah, that's right. I am a fucking psycho. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You're right. You know what? Correct. We didn't play Concord. We didn't play High Guard. I forgot what the first game you mentioned was. Marathon. And I'm not playing Marathon either. Yo, I will never forget that. Pack it up. I will never forget when I played the Concord beta. People asked me, MBG, why don't you live stream gameplay? I tried to live stream the Concord beta. And I did expose myself. It's sad. It's sad. I got no skill, but you know what? I do. I just don't show it. And the one time, I don't even want to, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Nothing. Literally nothing to play. Y'all went back and bought Forza Horizon 5 and just were clapping that shit up, brother. Holy.
You non-smart person.
I will agree. Forza Horizon 5 is a fantastic game. And we did buy it. I will tell you, I can be honest. See, I can be real. Johnny P can be real. I don't need to wear the mask all the time. I would be upset if Microsoft said, we're taking away Forza Horizon 6, bro. I can't say I'd feel that way about everything. But I'd feel that way about Forza Horizon 6. The P stands for PlayStation. Okay? I just need to make that clear. Because a lot of people... I was torn on whether or not to go with the red hat, but I was afraid if I did, people wouldn't get the Limp Bizkit reference. They'd think I'd just switch to Nintendo. So, you know. All right. Take your shit off. I don't care. I didn't even care that much to begin with.
Oh! Josh! Josh, send the clip! Josh! Send the clip!
No! Do not! Fuck, I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means, bro.
Just join the stream. WTF did I miss? Is this a fever dream?
A fever dream? This is a fever dream. Send the clip. Hold on. I'm losing track. I'm getting like MBGception here. What did I even just say that he's saying send the clip? I may have to go back. Hold on, I gotta go back a couple seconds. Okay, wait, no, he's talking about the Xbox shit stuff. I don't care. Okay. I didn't even care that much to begin with.
Oh! Josh! Josh, send the clip! Josh!
Bro's getting he's getting a little too excited. You want me to say that into the mic? I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Not yet. Not yet. Bro, you get a little too excited. A little too excited.
Send the clip right now.
Because that's how it is. It's like if you're gonna go deliver something to somebody's house because they didn't want to come pick it up, and you decide, I don't even want to do this. Maybe I didn't even want to deliver this. They're gonna tell you to get the fuck out and go. You know, because they didn't ask for it. They didn't ask for you to deliver it.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
I'm just saying, this is the problem with. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's some simple ass logic, bro. What do you mean? What am I talking about? I'm saying, I'll make it more clear. If I'm Sony PlayStation, if Johnny P is Sony PlayStation, okay? I say, listen, Alex, you don't got to come to me. I don't need you to come to my basement for my games. Okay? I know it's a little frightening, a little concerning. Maybe you're happy where you are. I say, okay, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to come to your basement with my games. And then, you know, if I start acting kind of weird about it, like, I don't even know if I want to be here or not. I don't even know. Maybe. Maybe not. You're going to tell me, well, you get the fuck out. I didn't even ask you to be here, bro. Does that make more sense? Why are you in my basement? No, this is dead serious. That silence just penetrate. With Sony,
you don't make any
and
sense.
PC, man, where
MBG
they should
is
have
such a clown. He honestly believes more people will buy a PS5 by taking games off of PC. Ponies would cry if Microsoft took all their games
Of course
back.
they would. Island Boy, thank you for the 10, brother.
wrong.
It's crazy, dude. Hold on. Now I'm just going to do clips for Josh. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to make Josh's life harder. I'm just going to make a whole bunch of clips and just, here it comes, boys. Remember, he said, go ahead, take them. We don't care, right? Act together and just slam it up so we can make a super edit montage now.
There's no rest for a
Josh the editor.
Is there? There's no rest.
You'll see so many people, they'll take this stream today, they'll take this conversation today, like, why are you console warring? Why are you console warring? But these are people who are literally in the trenches doing the most aggressive, egregious shit you could imagine. Whether they justify it by being like, well, I'm just calling out the stupidity and I'm showing you the stupidity. Like, no, you're just proliferating it, actually. Have you listened to my content? Have you actually studied it? That's all fine, well, and good if Walmart and Target are going to continue to sell Xbox products, but it's like, who's buying? Why are you console warring? You guys remember, this is why I get so frustrated when people try to make it sound like I'm some kind of fucking grifter or some shit. But when they make it sound like, oh yeah, you just switched over to PlayStation for X, Y, and Z reason because it's convenient. It's like, dude, I was the one, even when I was playing on PlayStation, advocating for Microsoft. You need to get better. Your studios need to get better. You need to make better games. You're saying you feel like all we do now is nag on Xbox and everything related to Xbox when they're actually putting out games now. You need to get to a point when your internal you're just proliferating it.
Man. I love it.
Never barked up that tree to begin with.
Oh, really?
They should have never done it.
Oh.
Because I've encountered so many PC players that, gotta admit, I do look good. And that reverb, I agree. Now is not the time. My what? Oh, yeah. Recovered Soul says, MBG, he's doing that because he's jealous of you. I know he's jealous of me. I know you're jealous of me, Alex. You know what he's jealous of? I don't know if it's coming through real good or not. This is kind of a baggy. It's a little baggy. All right, it's not as tight. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he's jealous of. Let's see him do that. Can you do that? This is the real. This is the real MBG. It's Johnny P. Prince G, you're saying shout out to G Unit, Carl, Titus, Johnny P, Alex blows. Does he? I don't think he blows, but you know what he does? He gets very excited. He gets very excited when I'm on screen. Very excited.
You can't go in Alex's basement, because Hess losing it to his ex-wife after she cheated on him and still got the house. Banana Suda cry for money, fruity.
Listen, bro. I don't know nothing about no divorces, no ex-wives. I ain't barking up. Just like I said, Sony shouldn't bark up certain trees. I ain't barking up that tree. That's personal. All right? I ain't getting personal. The banana suit, though, that is real. It's in front of me now. No, see, I'm afraid to go into his basement because I'm afraid I might find that he actually does like PlayStation a little bit. Just a little bit. Why am I wearing your favorite color? They don't appreciate Sony's games.
I guess he don't care for COD, Doom, Skyrim, Forza, Gears, Halo, Fable, and Indiana Jones, etc.
You don't appreciate the prestige of PlayStation games. Thank you for...
Whoa. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said you don't appreciate their games. Not the prestige. Not every... That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
For the 5 to ghetto. This is crazy. You guys don't appreciate PlayStation like I do. This is insane, dude.
You know, they don't. And that's fine. I'm not surprised. It's like, yeah, if you don't have a PlayStation or you don't play on PlayStation, why would you appreciate Sony's games?
It's whether or not the game is good. I don't have to appreciate a corporation to like the game. Maybe the game is fucking mid. How about that?
But, you know, but that's the thing. But that's the thing, though, right? What you just said about games being mid, but then you act like it's such a surprise that I play PlayStation. That I was like, I can't deal with Xbox anymore, bro, because that's all they were doing. I'm not saying that's all they've ever done. I'm not saying that's all they're doing now. Clark, don't knock anything over. I'm just saying that's the epitome of what Xbox is, dude. You know? I think they've changed a lot. You know, they bought multiple publishers, but if we're talking mid games, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna be the one throwing like God of War, you know, out there, be like, that's mid. Like, you could say Days Gone is mid, and I could accept that. I'll still say it's a great game because it's good. Give it a shot. It's good game. I think that the type of game that Sony makes, they've already courted the people that want to play them. I think there could be, I guess, like an untapped group of people for Sony's games. But if that's out there, you know, that remains to be seen. But it's not over on PC. That's for damn sure. Like, people there's this idea, there's this belief that if Sony did day and date on PC, like it would be different. And I'm
The funny thing is, even
Yes.
Sony take their games off PC, the people who want PS game will just emulate it at some point.
Yes, Aproy. Thank you for the 5. Yes.
MBG saying Microsoft needs to make better games. Sony just needs to make games, period. Sony cancels more games than they make.
Wow, Island Boy. Thank you for the 5, brother. True
I'd rather
and
play a
real.
low-budget, well-crafted indie game than a bloated AAA Sony game with endless
Yes, Yam.
cutscenes, almost no gameplay, and pandering.
Yes, Yam. 100%, brother.
see, that's what I mean though. Like that, I think it's crazy that you're just 100% on that. No pushback. Not all their games are like that. They actually do have different games with different types of gameplay. See, this is what I'm saying. Maybe I do have to start agreeing with my audience a little bit more. Maybe it's easier. Oh, what's that? What's that? Microsoft sucks? Xbox sucks? And all their games suck? Oh, well, hold on. Let me try to... Whoa, hold on. I got something to say here. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just say 100%. 100%. 100%.
Make Tony
Thank you for the
Hawk
5.
Underground remake exclusive, lol.
Bro, that would be crazy cool. Like, this shit is wild to me, dude. Yeah, Twinkle, it gets bad.
I know it would be different, but I don't think it would be what people are insinuating.
If the ports were good, if you didn't require a PSN login, and the games were day and date, or they were cheaper after being released, then there wouldn't be a problem. Like, what the fuck?
Like a PC player who decides I'm going to buy God of War Ragnarok now that
I'd
it
rather
came
we
to
play
PC
Pokemon Go than Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Dagetto, agreed.
2 years later. Bro, how am I supposed to take that seriously? How am I supposed to take that seriously? I'm going to play Pokemon Go over Spider-Man 2. No judgment. Play what you want to play. I'm an advocate for that. I can't, it's hard to take it seriously. You know? And I had my fair share of issues with Spider-Man 2, by the way.
It should be $50 or even $40, not require a PSN login, and then just available for me to buy. And a good port. It was a good port.
Wait, was that not... I thought Ragnarok was cheaper on PC when it came out. Am I wrong on that? I'm pretty sure it required the PSN. But I thought it was cheaper. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure that same player would be there day one if it was dropped day one. But I just think for the vast majority, it's like you either want to play God of War Ragnarok or you don't, man.
Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe it's not good enough.
We're saying wait, we're saying that God of War Ragnarok Ragnarok. No, not true. Not true. 94 on Metacritic, one of the best games this gen? What? $70? I'm not saying 70 ain't a lot of money, but that game's damn worth it. Bro said Ragnarok is mid. He said Ragna mid. God of mid, Ragna medium. I don't know. Fuck, I'm tired, man. I am tired.
Tired, boss. I'm tired.
How did you guys do this so fast? Oh no, it's Alex won't let me rest. And they took Josh's face from the clip of the stream.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how, bro won't let me rest. I'm just out here trying to live my life. And I gotta find clips. I'm still getting clipped. I'm still getting clipped. I can't take it no more. Taking it right now.
And they made it the
Do you see what you're doing? You see what you're doing?
How are you guys so fast? How are you guys this fast, bro? There is no way. Listen, you guys did that in like 2 minutes. Now we need, oh no, it's lemon. Do not start this. No. Do not start this.
Start it. Do it. Do it.
We do not need, oh no, it's lemon. Stop. Stop. Yo, you guys are savages. You guys are savages, bro.
5080 kills that shit-ass console.
Yeah, Jay.
PS5 sucks.
Thank you for the 2, brother. It's crazy what that system does to people, bro.
God of War, Remake ROG.
Thank you for the 5 Island boy. It's crazy, dude. Heroic H, thank you for the member.
Josh, I'll save you, then we'll go to a FACon.
Renroy, don't do that to that boy. Thank you for the 2.
So I don't know. I think Sony just took a completely backwards approach to single player on PC, to be honest. And Mr. Veggie, you're saying even all third-party games I play on PS5, PC Master Bates play a handful of MP games and MMOs, but hate
PC Master Bates.
PS5 games. They deserve the shit they get. Well, that's the thing, man. Like I don't have a problem with PC gaming. It just kind of always comes down to you know what it usually does, which is I just have a problem with like the annoying few.
Come on, do it. Come on, do it.
I'm doing it. You annoy me. Oh no, it's Alex. Sorry, I said it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You see? Do you see why? Do you see why they're saying they're tired? Oh wait, why is it? There's like a fight going on in my chat. Hold on. Oh no, it's Alex just trying to win you guys over. He's trying to win you over in the chat. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. You coming up in the chat being like Ragnarok is mid, bro. while being on here shitting on me, or you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. Oof. All right, come on, Clark. Now Clark's getting in my way. Come on, bro. I gotta finish this. Stop trying to steal my subs. Nah, man. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna have a good stream. But Clark, I do appreciate you stopping by, though.
Do it, do it, say it, say it, say it, do it, say it, do it, say it, do it, say it, say it, say it, say no balls, say no balls, say it, come on, say it, say it!
Like, most people who play on PC, as far as I'm aware, are like normal. But yeah, it's like the PC Master Race people, where it's like, whatever, bro. Like, see, the cat won't stop. The cat's like, break it up, we're done. It's over. But see, you can't hate me like that. I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the villain. I just said what no one else would say. I said most PC players are normal. That's what I said. I said that. No. MBG said that. MBG said that. That is a face you see in your nightmares. Oh, man. Oh, man. Bro. I fell for it again. I did it again. I think Clark found some treats. Like you're the same side of the coin, or you're the other side of the same coin that you.
The correct side. The correct side. The actual side.
That bisexual bum.
The right side. Not that side. Not that right. Not that right. No. Not that right. Or right. Stop.
You claim to hate, and that's what a lot of these people don't realize. Mr. Veggie, you're saying right when my niece is born, I have a terrible cold. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you recover soon. Yeah, it's the weather's changing. It's that time.
Oh, it's that time. You got it, buddy.
The ones who don't like Sony games see them as cookie cutter, middle of the road, easy games made for the masses.
They are.
They see Elden Ring and hard games as what games. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Play Ragnarok on Give Me God of War mode. Do that. Come back to that and tell me it's true. Game should be.
Yes.
And I get that, but that's where people who take that approach, it's like you're not actually playing the games though.
MBG says GE doesn't have a problem with PC, yet he makes a video getting mad about Sony games going to PC.
Woo! Island boy, thank you for the 5, brother. It's crazy town over here, boys.
And I say this as somebody who's played both. I platinumed Elden Ring.
Sig says, LOL, the guy with the PlayStation shrine behind him talking about normal. Yeah, Sigs!
Is this guy retarded?
All right, yo, my PlayStation shrine ain't that. You know what? All right. I'm gonna sit this one out. I cannot, in good conscience, right now in this moment, as you're looking at me in this state, tell you I'm normal. I can't do it. I can't.
Actually, Coach.
You non-smart person.
He's a non-smart person. Thank you for the fucking Prime for 3 months, my boy.
And I've platinum plenty of Sony games. And believe me when I tell you, go play God of War on Give Me God of War mode.
Who cares?
You're going to encounter certain instances that are more... You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't back up. Well, I guess you can. You can do whatever you want. But like, come on, if you're going to back up the claim, or if you're going to back up a claim that somebody else makes where it's like these are all cookie cutter games with no good game, like no real gameplay. But then when I present something that tells you this is where you'll like, if you want to know what it's actually like, who cares? I agree. Who cares? More difficult than anything you'll encounter.
So it's just fucking inflated health balloons. Who gives a fuck, bro? It's not good. Get the fuck out of here.
Not anything, but a lot of what you're encountering in Elden Ring. And they don't do that.
Oh,
they don't do that
no.
because
No.
I don't know why.
Because it's fucking boring. It's a boring.
No. Wrong. You're on the correct side? Is that what the correct side does? The correct side, when confronted with something that may actually be like, that may actually show you that you're wrong about what you're saying. Or, if not wrong, being totally disingenuous. The response to it is, wrong? Who cares? Inflated health? See, what I would like is if, oh no, it's Alex, because I can admit it. I can tell you right now. People who come to me, they come to me and they say, Xbox fucking sucks, buddy. This is Johnny P. Xbox sucks, trash, garbage. Put it in the dumpster. Shit underneath my shoe, bro. I say, whoa, hey, not everything. Chill. Xbox does have some good games. Not most of them, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. See, I wonder if we could ever get to a place where we could all admit that no one's truly on the correct side. Some maybe healthier than others, perhaps. But I'm just saying, to reduce Ragnarok to this, oof. Oh no. Now I know. Now I know why it starts with, oh no. Come on, man. You're killing me here. Killing me.
Boring ass game. Nobody wants to play a boring ass fucking game with inflated health pools and reduced damage. That's boring. That's not fun.
This
Throw my
console
axe.
war
Block.
20 million, over 20 million sales. No one wants to play it? Bold claim, my friend. Very bold.
Throw my axe. Block. Throw my axe.
All
Block.
games should be available on all platforms.
Yes.
I bought my PC for $1,800.
I think he may have just self-reported right there, bro. Throw my axe. Block. Throw my axe. Block. I think you played it wrong. I'm gonna be honest. You may have played it wrong.
Wow.
I made my money back in 2 days.
Jesus Christ, James, how'd you do that? Jesus Christ, Jay, how'd you do that? What the fuck, man? Take it with a 5-2.
So they can continue to say that. It reminds me of the same thing of how people make it seem like Sony just makes the same games. And don't get me wrong, there's similarities, but it's like, bro, you're fucking half cocked. Like, go.
Your shoulders.
Hi.
Oh no, it's lemon.
It's what you get. It's what you get. Don't let up. Do it right now. Do it right now. In the future. I know this is going to show up. Do it. Oh no, it's lemon. Let's be done with the banana. Banana's getting a little tired. It's getting a little old. Got to keep it fresh. And what's fresher than a lemon? Why do you think they put a lemon with your drink? To refresh you. Do it. Don't let up. Make it happen. Keep pushing. One day you'll get this man to shave his beard. Maybe even his head. Oh, wait, that's right. He won't need to shave his head.
You guys are too fucking fast, bro. You guys are too fucking fast, bro. You guys need to relax. Relax.
Go play Horizon Forbidden West.
Uh-huh.
And then go fucking play Returnal.
No. Go play Slay the Spire and then go play Counter-Strike.
No. See? You see, this is where. Let's just make a truce. Let's make a truce. I can sit here and I can tell you I'm not going to go play Counter-Strike. I'm not going to go play it. You know why I'm not going to go play it? Because I'm just not interested. But am I going to tell you it's because it's a boring-ass game, it's a bad game? No, but see, you weaponize that. You're going to weaponize that. But yeah, you can't say that because it isn't. I could say the same thing about what you just said about Ragnarok, and there's data to prove it. To back it up. Is it possible for there to actually be peace? Johnny P wonders. Johnny P believes peace is possible. Not through strength, through understanding. Johnny P, I think Ragnarok is boring. My friend, you are allowed to feel that way. But do not perpetuate that as though it is the all-knowing fact that everybody must abide by. Just as when I say, I will not play Counter-Strike, I will not go to PC and play Counter-Strike because I am not interested. That game does not look appealing to me personally. I will say that knowing this should not apply to everybody. This is not a blanket statement. I am not correct. I am just one man with an opinion. Just putting it out there. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Go play Path of Exile, and then... Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? Go play Baldur's Gate 3. Go play fucking, like, Resident Evil Requiem. Go play Ready or Not.
I'll have you know, I wasn't going to say nothing. I platinum Requiem. And Ready or Not, I almost did play. I heard this pretty good. Why do I feel like this is going to end with me playing Counter-Strike or Path of Exile and oh no, it's Alex playing God of War Ragnarok and both of us having meltdowns?
Like, what the fuck are we doing? How about you go play Helldivers 2 and support that game? Because you sure...
Johnny P is offended.
As fuck didn't.
I did. We did. I did. I had the platinum. I could prove it to you. Come on. Hey, listen. Johnny P, don't bite that, boss. Don't bite that. Hey, what are you doing? Come on, what are you doing here? You need more? Johnny P. There you go. Johnny P did community gameplay sessions with his audience with Helldivers 2. Will you do the same? Doesn't have to be with Helldivers. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I don't know. But I'm just saying. I was there for Helldivers. And then after you're done playing Returnal, go play Ghost of Yotei. And it's like all three of the...
Because Ghost of Yotei has the same fucking stealth mechanics as like The Last of Us, which is the same fucking stealth mechanics as fucking every Ubisoft game, which is the same fucking stealth mechanics as every other fucking game. It's the same, like, we just saw Jack Move Johnny earlier in the stream play the Grace section of Resident Evil in third person because it made him feel similar to Sony PlayStation games being in third person. You see how fucking pathetic you guys are?
I don't see that at all, actually. Like that, like what you just said actually makes perfect sense. Like there's nothing pathetic about that. You are used to playing games in third person, therefore you're going to continue to play games in third person because that's your preference. If you have the option, do it. And if you happen to play a lot of PlayStation games, which happen to be in third person, I don't know, man. There's logic there to me. The only thing I will say, though, that I will agree with him on is he's pointing out lackluster stealth mechanics. Unfortunately, that is a problem in the AAA space. And I say this as a Metal Gear Solid fan. Believe me when I tell you, too many AAA games dumb down stealth to an offensive degree where I question why stealth mechanics are even part of the game. That is an area that I do believe most, like 90% of AAA games could improve upon. So we can agree on that. Not just Sony games, but across the board. those games have extremely distinct gameplay styles. And none of them are, like, again, the closest similarity you could get to is their third person, and 2 of those games are open world and have side quests.
Oh no.
But I don't know, man. I feel like, honestly,
He's
it
so
just gets
mad.
to a point where I don't know. I know I'm coming off like irritable and defensive, and I cringe at myself for coming off that way. But
yeah, true. Hey, true and real. He saw the light, chat. He saw it.
How do I look, yellow man?
He saw the fucking light.
I just think Sony's got to be more aware, dude. Like, they just have to be more aware of, like, Sony, not everybody loves your shit, and that's okay. I know you need to grow. I know you want to grow. But they're just going to have to accept at this point that the growth is going to be slow unless they start bending over backwards for audiences and groups of people that have made it clear that they're not really interested in what you're doing.
We're not asking them to bend over backwards. We're asking for simple, basic
PS
things.
games now are just polished Ubisoft games now.
They are cheaper. We're just asking for simple little things. Make the games cheaper. Make the ports good. Put it out day and date. And don't require a login. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for the bare fucking minimum. I'm asking for literally the bare minimum. It's not hard. When indie games do it and you can't, that sounds like a you problem.
But that's the thing. Like, it is a Sony problem, but I don't know if you would call it a problem per se. I mean, if anything, like, this is kind of where this is the crux on a slightly more serious level. This is, I think, the crux of the disagreement between me and Oh No, It's Alex. And it's that in case you can't tell, I'm coming at it from the perspective of a PlayStation player, and he's coming at it from the perspective of a PC player. And it's where this is why I will say I can understand why PC players would be annoyed at Sony. I get it. Because it's like if you're saying these are the 4 things I just want you to do, Sony. From a PC player's perspective, because I am able to see the different perspectives, I get it. That's because that's what you're used to. And sure, maybe you could say it's better. Like, I'm not saying I'm against. Sure, yeah, Sony make the games cheaper. Fuck, I'm all for that. I'm not going to be against that. But like checking off all those boxes so that way we can meet the PC player criteria so our games can do better in the name of growth. If that was Sony's prerogative, I wouldn't be against it. As long as it doesn't kill their console or tank their fucking console and the way I prefer to play. But that's the thing. I do like playing on console, and I'm totally fine not playing on PC. I don't care about PC, and I can tell you that right now. Just like if somebody tells me I don't care about PlayStation, cool. But as somebody where my gaming experience is console-based, it always has been, and hopefully, I don't know if it always will be, but for as long as it can be, I'm not going... I guess I'll just put it this way. I'm not going to be the one shedding tears for PC players who were requesting this and not getting it. You know? Like, I'll be like, I understand where you're coming from. I get it. I totally get it. But I don't care, man. Like, how am I supposed to care about this? You know? And that's where I think there's just this fundamental disagreement where, because I'm okay with playing on PlayStation, and I think this extends to multiple people, you know, a lot of PlayStation players, where people have this mentality that well, you're just anti-consumer. It's like, not necessarily. Not literally everything PlayStation does is anti-consumer. If it was really that bad, there would be no audience. There would be no market. They would be in the gutter. There's got to be a balance struck. And that's why people pick and choose. Not everybody who's buying a PlayStation is playing the same games or buying the same games. Not all of their habits are the same. Not everybody's subscribing to PlayStation Plus. Not everybody's playing single-player games or just live service games, you know. There's a lot of, I guess you could say, variety across what's going on. And I'm just putting this out here because, like I said, I can understand why PC players, after Sony abruptly is, like, based off of the reports, being like, we're done. We're not doing PC anymore. I can understand why PC players are like, bro, you're going in the opposite direction we want you to. But I don't know, man. If you don't, my question is, why? I got a question. Why would you? Here's my question. Oh no, it's Alex. Why would you ask Sony to do these 4 things when you just said a couple of minutes ago you don't care? God of War is mid. Why would you do that? In other words, it sounds like what I said is correct. But I'm not saying that in a brag type way. A lot of people still think I'm wrong, and it's totally fine. We can agree to disagree. But I'm just saying that I made the statement that maybe Sony just shouldn't care about people who aren't interested in their stuff. And if you're saying that they need to meet these 4 check boxes, they need to meet that criteria in order for me to be interested. Yeah, I'm the person that's saying, Sony, you don't have to meet all 4 of those. Cheaper games, hell yeah. Go for it. I would love to see that checked off, you know? I'll never be against that. But I don't know, man. I feel like from the perspective of somebody who wants the console, who likes the console and likes the games, it's hard for me to feel like, God damn, Sony, what are you doing? You know? It's pro-consumer, and although I may not like the game, others probably do, and providing more games to more people is always a good thing. Well, I want the record to show. I don't know if you reacted to this. It's been a little bit. But I want the record to show that I have stated that I do believe. Now, I'm not against exclusivity, but I do believe if Sony tomorrow were to say, we're going day and date with PC, I don't think their console sales would erode. I think you would see a dip. I think you would see, I don't know. I don't want to throw out numbers because it would just be pulling them out of my ass, but I think you would see a dip. You would see like, okay, that's not as much as it usually is, but it would still be very healthy. I do believe that. I've went on record saying that numerous times. But again, that's where it's like, if it's you got to be against Sony doing exclusivity because of the people who are going to be locked out. Again, you're saying that to somebody who likes PlayStation. It's Johnny P. It's like, dude, PS5 is pretty good, man. It's not the best. I'm not saying it's the best. Hey, I'm not telling you it's the best. Just telling you it's pretty good. But if you guys chill out. It's fine. Chill. You guys are getting all revved up. It's fine. I like a healthy debate. Let's keep it healthy. All right? Why do you think he's stressed like a banana? He's worried about our potassium levels. Everybody's potassium is a little bit low. Do we need a true multi-platform? Well, I have some good news. Well, it's not good news because I don't know if it's actually news. And I don't even know if it's good. But if the future is what we think it is, I think the future will, if not be full multi-platform, I'm talking long term. I'm talking longer term. There's a possibility. I don't want to say with certainty, but there's a possibility that it may get to a point where, yeah, all publishers are just like, fuck it. We ain't even trying to sell hardware no more. We need higher profit margins. Basically what Microsoft is doing. But there's value.
PC gamers are not only stupid, but greedy. Should console gamers start pressuring all devs to release these PC-only games on console all gamers play?
Hold on. Trying to process what you just said, Rich Rod. Takes a minute. Start pressuring all devs to release their PC-only games on console. All gamers play. Well, this is why. This is why I tell people, I don't think, truthfully, I do not think there's ever going to be a full multi-platform era across the board. Because I know it, like, I mean, look, I don't want to listen, Johnny P doesn't want to get all philosophical on your asses, but maybe he has to a little bit. This comes back down to a fundamental, like, people who believe that an all multi-platform, like, homogenized gaming industry is the future. They miss the basic understanding that what you're describing is a utopia that will not exist, because all it takes is just one company, any company, could be Sony, could be Microsoft, could be Nintendo, hell, could be a random third-party publisher being like, yeah, we'll sign that exclusivity deal for money. Just takes one bad apple to ruin it. And I understand that for some people, it's like this is more of like a fundamental right versus wrong thing, but I don't know. This is why I never truly removed the business side of the conversation, where while I can be, to a degree, anti-corpo, of course, it's like Sony's money's not my fucking money, and I'm not worried about whether they're going to go from being worth $130 billion to $150 billion, just like I don't give a shit if Microsoft's, they're fucking over there shaking in their pants. They want to be worth $5-6 trillion. It's like, what the fuck? I don't care. But I do try to have some kind of understanding about why these decisions are made, if there's any logic behind it. And I think the truth is not all of the logic is completely flawed. Some of it is. Some of it I think actually makes total sense. Guys, stop fighting with Oh No, It's Alex in the chat. God damn it. He's talking to me, not you. Let him talk to me. You guys are acting crazy. Nintendo's gated community virtually guarantees that will never happen. Well, I mean, listen. If there's something that I think we're all going to walk away here today understanding, is that the war rages on. It does. Because Microsoft, they're out. They're multi-plat. Nintendo, polar opposite. Full-on exclusives. They'll tell you to go F yourself. PC's always what it's what it's always been. It's there. It's open. Take it or leave it. Right? People who take it, they love it. People who leave it, they're not interested. And then you got PlayStation, and PlayStation, listen, man. Like I always said, exclusives got me to buy certain consoles. And I have some great memories with those consoles that I otherwise wouldn't have had if it wasn't for those exclusives. And I get that, well, it's like, hey, man, It's still anti-consumer. And I'm like, well, you can start to see how my and the perspective of many others is altered, where it's like, I don't know, man. I had some good ass times. But I think that does it for this reaction segment. This was not planned. You know what, though? Something was brewing in my mind, though. Something was. Because I just realized I didn't put a thumbnail. So it keeps auto-generating a thumbnail. Damn. I guess somewhere in my mind I knew. Well, hey, when it comes to Oh No, It's Alex, I'm fine to agree to disagree. I'm fine. But, if we got to go tit for tat sometimes, that's okay. I know you don't mind. People got to calm down, though. Like, people got to calm the fuck down. It's not that serious at the end of the day. All right? Even John, listen, even Johnny P's here to tell you, hey, it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. Just make sure at the end of the day, whatever you choose to do, Prince, calm the fuck down, bro. Hate is a strong word, my friend. Hate is a strong word. Don't hate. Love thy enemy. Love thy enemy. Don't make me get my cross, bro.
So this is not the last of Johnny P?
No, probably not. Although, you never know when the P signal... You never know when the peace signal might be in the sky. Even Johnny doesn't know. You know who knows? You know who knows when the peace signal is going out? Banana Man knows when the peace signal goes out. And that's it. That's it. That concludes today's segment. Don't hate. All right? Don't hate. Listen. Don't hate. I agree. There's too much hate. What's that Limp Bizkit lyric? Hold on. I gotta leave it off on a good note. I might be thinking of a different song. Hold on. Yeah. So, Limp Bizkit, take a look around, because hate is all the world has even seen lately. Fred Durst said that. All right. I will be right back. I was just blanked out now. I'm sorry. I will be right back. Give me a moment. Okay, we are back with our regularly scheduled content. Everything's so bright. Why is everything so bright? What did I miss? Did I miss anything? All right. Oh my God, this has been a 3.5 hour stream. God damn, dude. I've totally lost track of time. All right, so I said we were going to talk about Crimson Desert. Maybe that's the topic we could end it on. What's going on with Crimson Desert, bro? What is going on? I mean, I'm genuinely asking that because I see nothing but divisive rhetoric, and I say some of it seems to be rhetoric because I can't tell what's real and what's not, dude. I can't tell what's being too people being too picky about stuff with this game. The weirdest thing I've heard about Crimson Desert. Oh wait, hold on.
You just missed Johnny P. He was just here.
Oh. Shit. Damn, that sucks. I didn't even know he was here today. Whoa. Was that him? Was that him? The weirdest thing I've seen. Clark, do you want some treats, bro? Holy shit. Bro. That was crazy. Did you guys just see that? Did you guys just see how far he jumped? I don't know if that I don't know what that looked like on your end, but that was like the farthest I've ever seen him jump, dude. That gap was crazy. Definitely the most agile cat. Anyway, the craziest thing I've seen when it comes to Crimson Desert is people basically saying how it's either one of the most unique and deep experiences they've had in a game, and others saying it's one of the most like clumsy, poorly written, poorly paced, like it's like basically people describing that, yeah, this is absolutely, you could tell this is an MMO studio trying to make a single player game. But because of that, they basically steer clear of doing adding mechanics, I guess you could say, that most AAA games would absolutely add to the experience. You know what I'm saying? Where like there's kind of like a best practice type thing that you're supposed to do with AAA games. That Crimson Desert is just like, no. And it seems that that's what makes people either love or hate it. But I also saw there was some drama regarding Crimson Desert, because on one hand, there are people pointing out that there's like AI generated art, but on the other hand, there are like developers apparently coming out giving their experience with the game and its development, saying it's like kind of all over the place and it's been tumultuous and like the scope creep got out of hand. And I have to admit that after looking like really deep into Crimson Desert and really trying to get a better understanding of like, is this a game that I believe will be for me? Is this a game that I'm genuinely going to want to sit down and play for, like I went to go check the platinum requirements. Dude, it's like 300 plus hours for the platinum. And I just realized like, no, like this game, I can understand after hearing everything about it why some people are like, dude, this is one of the best games I've ever played. For me, it's not going to be one of those games. And it really, this is an instance where I will say people talk about reviews not being helpful. And I definitely am an advocate for you should. Clark, are you serious? Holy shit, bro. What is wrong with you? That's crazy. Okay. Wow. I'm really glad he didn't just completely destroy my setup here. Sorry. People talk about how like, reviews are useless, and I am an advocate for you should go with your gut. You shouldn't let somebody sway your opinion. But I think there are always those times that crop up where you are unsure and you're not sure if you can even trust your gut. That's when it's really important to look around and get different opinions, watch raw footage, and see what people are saying that they love or don't love about this game. And then it becomes much easier, in my opinion, to determine whether or not it's something you want to support. And that's what I did with Crimson Desert, because I genuinely was unsure. I'm like, there's a part of me that wants this game. There's a part of me that feels very nervous that this game is, I'm going to get caught up in the hype and I'm only going to buy it and play it because it's the big game, but it's not actually something I wanted to play. And yeah, I did come to the conclusion that not because I think it's a bad game, but because, I think the biggest thing that really put me off for Crimson Desert, as crazy as it sounds, is how massive it is. Where I'm like, I maybe it's also just bad timing where I'm very, very busy and I haven't even had time to sit down and play Ghost of Yotei Legends. Like, I just haven't had the time, you know? It makes me think, like, why the hell do I think I'm going to be able to sit here and play this single player, what is basically a single player MMO RPG for 200, 300 plus hours? And another thing that really kind of made me steer clear of it, I've definitely played many games where there's a really deep learning curve, and it's very, very difficult to, you know, like, it's going to take hours, possibly over 10, 15, maybe even 20 hours before you really start to get a feel for a game and a firm grasp on it, you know, where it's starting to click. That to me was something that I've been down that road, and that's what makes me think it just might be the timing, because I do like games like that, but I don't like them that often, and I have to be in a certain headspace to be ready and willing to play those types of games. So I don't know, maybe something will change. You know, it could very well be that a week from now I'm like, forget it, I'm just going to buy it and try it, you know, I'm just going to go for it. Or, you know, I'm just going to let it pass me by and I'm just going to play something else. But yeah, man, it's if it had a Sony logo on it, I'd be all over it. Not necessarily. I don't play every Sony game. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it is Sony's single player game, I'm going to be paying attention. And I won't lie that I probably would fall for the hype easier, you know? But yeah, that's the thing. I heard it's like two different games. Wait, I don't know what you're saying there. I see you please marathon before this game, to be honest. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Well, that's another thing too. You're saying it's a pretty massive game. If you're going to play it, you should probably take your time with it. I'm just thinking to myself, no, I'm not playing Marathon. I haven't played it. I was considering trying it because one of my friends was like, maybe I'm going to try it. And I'm like, I guess, yeah, if one of my friends wants to try it, maybe I will. But even then I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of like hoping he doesn't, because and the more time that goes by from the time Marathon released, I'm like, yeah, I didn't, like, I was thinking, should I cover that game because I want to cover PlayStation games? But I'm like, dude, I can't do that thing. I mean, I guess I could if I wanted to. Like, I could force myself to play something in the name of, I'm going to treat this like it is my job. Like, I'm here to give you, whether I want to play it or not, whether I'm excited for it or not, like, I'm here to give you my thoughts. I probably would benefit from that more, but it's really hard, man. It's like, I'm more afraid that I'm just going to end up shitting on Marathon because I'm forcing myself to try to play a game that I know I don't want to play. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's worse than just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's worse than just being like, I'm going to just let people who are, if it's for you and you're enjoying it, go for it, you know? You paid $20 for a factory sealed Returnal. Got to wait for Soros. By the way, guys, we're going to be wrapping this stream up soon because I still have a lot of stuff I got to do. I did not realize how long Johnny P was around for. So we're probably going to stream for another 10 minutes or so. I will say, if you guys want to drop any more support before we, we'll do like a last call. I'll still hang out the chat for a little bit. But if you want to drop any more member gifts or become a member, super chats, direct donations, any of that stuff, now would be the time to do it before we close out here today. Oh, well, that's true. Yeah. If you're worried about getting your money's worth for Crimson Desert, as long as you know what you're getting into, it seems like you're more than getting your money's worth. Yeah, I mean, look, man, when it comes to Sony's games, like my hype for Saros is because I played Returnal, and Returnal was amazing, and I love that game. My hype for Wolverine, I mean, you already know. You already know. Like Wolverine is, I can't wait for that game. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that as somebody who covers PlayStation, if Crimson Desert was a PlayStation exclusive, I'd be taking an even closer look at it. So, like, I would probably feel, like I should at least try it. I'd probably go that far. But it's not, and honestly, like, that is what's fascinating to me. That's why I find it interesting that Crimson Desert would have been a super fascinating game to see even if it was like a timed exclusive, or like if Sony locked it down, only because if what people are saying about it, it's like, holy shit, this is not a Sony type game. You know what I mean? Like this, like Crimson Desert is like the opposite. I don't want to say the opposite, but very, very different from the type of games that Sony makes, where, well, to be fair, Crimson Desert just seems to be very different from the vast majority of AAA games. So it would have been fascinating to see something so different, being marketed and pushed by Sony, where it's like, it's like, oh, this is like Horizon or something. It's like, no, it's just Zelda. You think so? It's just Zelda. Titus, you're saying Wolverine is a day one for you? Well, yeah. I mean, dude, Wolverine, I'm still holding out hope that we're going to get a state of play for Wolverine. I think we are. They said we're going to see it again in spring. It's spring now. We could get a state of play for Wolverine next week. I don't know if we're going to, but yeah, Wolverine's always been one of my favorites. One of my favorite Marvel characters. Just one of my favorite characters. Project Gummy Bears is a day one for you. Yeah, I don't know if I can say the same, Rich. Fair Games. Hype. Fair Games is going to be amazing, obviously. If Sony had its fingerprints on this, you wouldn't hear the end of that 78 Metacritic. With the amount of hype surrounding it, yeah, you're right about that. I mean, I think people are being a little bit disingenuous, truthfully. Not a lot of people, but some people are being a bit disingenuous, making it sound like no one should be surprised that it hit a 78. Where it's like, dude, come on, man. The hype train for this game was like off the rails. Which, if you look at it as I was just trying to be the mature person and say, don't get ahead of your skis here, calm down. Sure. Yeah, I can agree with that. That could be applied to all games, I would say. Maybe except GTA 6. GTA 6 might be the only exception. But yeah, I think I've definitely seen some reactions from people where they're like, what do you mean a 78's like a great game, dude? That's a very good game. And it's the hyperbole that always surrounds the internet with everything, because the person saying 78 is a very good game. What are you talking about? They're just responding to the person that said a 78, this game is shit. And I feel like, yeah, it's, are people like overly negative? Actually, Days Gone is a 71. So it's significantly lower than Crimson Desert. Yeah, and that's why I urge people to, if you're unsure about games, I do think there is a big difference between I'm making my purchase decision based on a number on Metacritic versus I'm making my purchase decision based on extensive reviews, reading multiple reviews, watching multiple reviews from different reviewers, and just trying to get a wide breadth of opinions to really be able to determine yourself, because a number can be helpful. I'm not going to pretend a number isn't helpful. A number is, it's good for like a quick first impression where it's like, people were hyping Crimson Desert to the moon and back. It sounded like it was going to be like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 banger. Is it? It's like, oh, it's a 78. It's like, oh, okay. Like it kind of, it calms you down a bit. It's like, oh, and I think it makes people question, like, is this going to be a day one for me? And yeah, I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing to remove yourself from the number and do extensive investigation if you feel the need to do so, if you're that unsure to determine, because yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I know Johnny P was talking about the price of games. Games are not cheap, and the last thing anybody wants is to pay $70 for a game or more if you get like the deluxe versions or whatever, and just be like, whoa, oh, I don't know about this, even if you can get a refund, you still feel like, damn, like I should have known. I should have known better. Crimson Desert story reminds me of an early Assassin's Creed with the futuristic type technology elements. Hot take, I think Days Gone is better than The Last of Us. I don't agree with that, but I do love Days Gone. I do think Days Gone is a great game. Played the remake, or not the remake, the remaster, got the platinum again. And man, I hope Sony Bend is doing something with it. I really hope they are. All right. Yeah, I'm tired, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm exhausted. I didn't barely slept last night, and I still got a lot to do today. So, guys, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap up today's stream. So before I head out, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. Again, today went completely off the rails. I can't say many other streams will be quite like this one. You never know. You never know. But no, I'm still in the process of sorting everything out and getting my shit straight, so to speak. So as that continues, I might still be a little bit all over the place. The schedule might still be a little bit all over the place, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best to keep up, So like I said, I was able to do my stream at my normal time today. I don't know if that's going to continue. Prince, it's okay, man. I know it's all good. You didn't trust me. Like I make my own decisions. You know what I mean? You didn't ruin anything. But yeah, it's because to be honest, like I didn't want to spend the entire excuse me, I didn't want to spend the entire stream talking about the PlayStation PC thing and just rehashing the same reports, because there are other topics regarding Mark Cerny, the PlayStation 6, frame gen coming to PS6 potentially, and stuff like that we're going to cover in the coming days. I want to make sure to cover that stuff on a day where I'm feeling more with it, and on days where I'm feeling out of it, it's a little bit easier to just kind of get crazy with it. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I don't, I probably should have said this ahead of time. I don't want people to think that this is the new type of content, that like that's what I'm going to do every time. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do that. But on occasion, Johnny P might have to make an appearance. Wait, hold on, whose channel, Titus? Oh, yeah. Yeah, YouTube has some interesting features that I don't really take advantage of. Like stream markers. I should probably try to do something with that. Or create highlight video. Yeah, I haven't used any of these tools because I'm just afraid of getting too distracted by them. But anyway, guys, thank you to everybody who tuned in today. If you dropped any membership gifts, thank you. We did hit our goal of 25. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for any super chats or direct donations. You guys know I'm fully fan funded. I can only do what I do here. And, Johnny P's only employed here because of you guys. So I appreciate all the support you guys have shown. If you do appreciate the content, but you can't necessarily support directly, just make sure you hit that like button. Hitting the like button definitely helps as well. And I also want to give a shout out to Devil Shooter, who does the timestamps for the the glowing red eyes is a good touch. The timestamps are done by Devil Shooter. He does a great job. If you guys see him in the comments with those timestamps, give him some thanks, show him some love. I know he appreciates it. Devil Shooter, thank you for what you do, man. And yeah, I think that just about wraps it up. So guys, please enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I still got some stuff I got to take care of and get done. Ray, thank you. Ray dropped the Discord link in the chat below. If you guys want to join the Discord, feel free to do so. You don't have to be a member or anything. And yeah, hopefully the next time I'm streaming, I'm a little bit more well-rested because, man, sorry to keep complaining, but I did not quite realize how Johnny P, man, he takes it out of you. Let me tell you. Yeah, hit the like button or you're going to be timed out. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you hopefully very soon. Make sure you have notifications turned on. That's it. Until next time, guys, take care.